So because it's a bit the dynamic of the window transfer. So probably there are a few things to do, but we are in the process to do that.
Man City versus Arsenal in the Community Shield is live on talkSPORT 3 weeks on Saturday. The Court of Arbitration for Sport will make a final decision on who won AFCON in October. Senegal saw their trophy handed to Morocco following their walkout in protest at refereeing decisions back in March. We're told Joe Root will be interim England Test captain, at least for the Pakistan series next month. Our cricket editor is John Norman.
Joe Root expected to be announced as the captain for that series, but whether he's going to be announced as a captain past that, I'd say it's probably unlikely, because as I say, surely the coach is going to have a say, and they haven't decided who that is yet.
And Tyson Fury is about to fight Marius Wack behind closed doors in Thailand. Follow that on our live blog at talksport.com. That's ahead of a planned meeting with Anthony Joshua. He fights Christian Prenga, live on talkSPORT tomorrow night.
talkSPORT News.
The Southport killer is accused of trying to manipulate the system over his transfer to a high-security psychiatric hospital. And military-grade explosives are found in a car bomb in Ireland near the northern border. Emma has more at past.
talkSPORT weather with Quick Fit. Sort your new tyres this summer at a time that suits you best from the comfort of your home or work 7 days a week with our mobile tyre fitting service. Conditions apply.
There's no snow tonight, Andy. Tonight, wet in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Elsewhere, dry overnight. Into Saturday, Scotland seeing a wet start before brightening up. Dry and sunny further south, though, at the weekend.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drama Talk Sport. Me, Andy Goldstein, and I don't know how, by hook or by crook, Troy Deeney is alongside me today. Hello, Troy Deeney.
Hello,
we will have a bit of that. You all right?
I'm a bit hot at the moment.
Damp.
It'll be all right.
Damp. We'll find out why in just a moment.
Yep.
Right, Diego, we've got a show for you this afternoon. We'll be asking whether Bruno Guimaraes is worth more than £70 million as Newcastle look set to reject Arsenal's offer. We are also discussing Newcastle's tough old summer yet again. Another transfer target looks set to sign for a different Premier League club. And it's Troy's final day on Drive this week, which means it's time for What's Happening Deeney. 03717223344. Get your voice notes in for Deeney. Ask him anything you want. 03717223344. And Spencer Oliver joins us as we build up to AJ's fight with Prenga. It's live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. All that, plus we'll discuss Phil Foden's new Man City deal, and we'll hear what Jurgen Klippity-Klopp had to say during his first press conference as Germany's new gaffer. And it was a good one as well. 03717223344 if you want to be part of today's Fun Time Friday Drive Time show. Now at 2:30, we had our meeting. No Troy Deeney. Not unusual. Bentley very rarely turns up. At 3 o'clock, no Troy Deeney. Not unusual, but you start going, you start looking at your watch. 3:15. Okay. Producer Joe, you've heard from him? I've heard from him. 3:30. 3:45, no one's seen Troy Deeney. Then at 10:04, he runs through like the end of SASU Tough. What happened?
Train delays, mate, unfortunately, from Birmingham down. So, apologies, but I'm here. I did also let producer Joe know at about 1:15.
Well, he didn't tell us that, did he?
Yeah, about 1:15.
He was running about panicking. Anyone know one get Troy?
I said, look, trains are delayed. Hour 45 delay on my train to get down here. First class ticket was null and void because I stood next to a couple of gentlemen. I had a lovely chat about football.
You did have a lovely chat.
I did. Had a lovely chat
you could have done without that.
Oh, I definitely could have done without it.
Troy.
No, it was all right. A Villa fan, a Blues fan.
Okay.
Worked out all right. Good time.
Well, it's good to see you.
Thanks, mate. I'll settle down in a minute.
Do you want some water?
No, I've just had a mango cooler from Costa.
Yeah.
Harry, who works with me, bought that in. So
did it work? Did it cool you down?
Yeah, it's all right. But I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's attack.
I played a bit of golf this morning.
Oh, yeah? How'd you play?
Golf is the most frustrating game in the world.
No. I need to know, did you go back to the club that Lee Westwood told you to?
Yeah, I did.
And how was it?
It was an amazing club. I'm so glad. Even holding it, I was like, I'd made the shot before I ate it.
Yeah.
It was that nice a club.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I hadn't played golf, apart from Monday, I haven't played for like 2.5, 3 weeks.
Okay.
So I'm a bit rusty.
Yeah.
So
Excuses.
They are excuses.
Yeah.
So when I play a really good round for me, a really good round, is 88. That's a really good 80. My best is ever 84. I got it once.
Okay.
86 I got once.
And you put out all the time, or somebody?
Oh yeah.
Or
No,
they're like gimmies.
Oh no, well the gimmies if it's like
Okay.
like hand distance, but yeah.
Okay, just checking.
So 86 I got once, but then 86 onwards, if I can get 87, 88, no, amazing, right?
Yeah.
So today I got 95, but I got 3 8s. So I got 95 with 3 8s. So it's very annoying. I played really, really
Three
well.
snowmans isn't great.
What?
3 snowmans on you.
Is that what you call them, snowmans?
Yeah, not great.
Why aren't they snowmen?
The way they look.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. On the stroke index 1, I got a par. As a 5, so I was playing well.
Doesn't matter.
I know
3
it doesn't
right?
matter. That's why we love
What
golf.
did you do with the 8s? Out of bounds?
No.
Oh, just all over the place.
Well, I went into a bunker, which was like climbing Everest to get out. It was absolutely, I had to look. Is anyone down there? Can you see my ball? It's like that is so ridiculous. And I can't remember. That was the last one I got. The other two, I went from one side of a bunker, open face, chipped up all the way across the green into the other bunker. That happened a couple of times.
Stressful.
Very stressful. Yeah. But I mean, it's a stunning day. I played at West Essex, my course. It was just such a beautiful day for golf.
Yeah, one day you'll invite me. One day.
Well, the offer is open forever.
Thank you, mate.
But if you're going to be 2 hours late, we're not having that.
I normally tied up that if the tea time is at 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
I will get there at 10 to.
Oh, I don't like people like that.
Why? Just rock up, go play.
No. You got to get there early. You don't swing a bat at all.
No. Straight on.
You don't ever go on the putting green.
No, straight on.
Oh, right, okay.
We ain't got enough time for all that. You've got
Well, I know,
a
but-
really nice life. That's based on
Thank you.
what I've figured out. You chill out.
I like the chill out.
Just go, play the game, enjoy that moment.
Yeah.
As soon as it's done, I'm not staying in the clubhouse. I don't want to chat. I don't care. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I get home so I can pack my suitcase if I've got that. Did you get any grief from that yesterday?
No, but I did just help a lady. Even though I was rushing,
Yeah.
I helped a lady carry her suitcase up. And that was my good deed for the day.
That's nice.
Yeah. And it was the heaviest
Was
thing
it?
ever. That I must have packed it.
Here's the thing. How is she going to do that if no one's about?
I don't know. She was probably the same size as the suitcase, so it was a lot of like weight to ratio going on.
Yeah.
But I helped her out, and then I was
done.
fuming that she slowed me down.
Oh, it was her fault you're late.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have been an extra 40 seconds early.
And that would have made all the difference.
Absolutely. You wouldn't even have to call me.
Oh, that's a waste of a free call. Right, we've got a busy show. Let's start with Arsenal. They're expected to bid £70 million for Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes. So, how much is he actually worth?
And then it comes to Bruno Guimaraes! Brilliant hit into the corner! Past the despairing dive of Vicario. It's a goal that's been coming. It's a goal that Newcastle deserves.
£70 million bid will not be successful, but I'm not sure Arsenal necessarily think it will be successful. And it could just be the start of the saga and where we're kind of going on with things.
I think Bruno Guimaraes takes a serious step in the right direction.
Yes, Arsenal have reportedly agreed personal terms with Newcastle midfielder Bruno Guimaraes. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. They're now set to submit a new bid of over £70 million. talkSPORT's Ben Jacobs joined the Transfer Insiders last night, and he was asked why there seems to be a bit of confusion around Arsenal's bid for Bruno.
It's just games, and it's how Andrea Berta operates. There's other intermediaries and high-profile agents that are involved. And sometimes these deals, as with Elliot Anderson to Manchester City or Morgan Rogers to Chelsea, also take place at an ownership level, because it's not just about is there a number that Bruno Guimaraes could be sold for. It's also about will Newcastle United's owners at a project level, at a strategy level, at an optics level, allow this kind of transfer to be sanctioned.
That was nicely edited. Well done. Listen, let me talk to you about Bruno before we talk about Arsenal and their need for him. Do you rate him? Do you rate him more than £70 million? If Arsenal say we're not going back with another bid, do you understand that, or do you think they should?
Two questions. I do rate him. I think he's a very good player. I think he's emotional when he plays. I've been at St James's Park when he's the one who gets the crowd involved, and it's a flat game. He knows what to do that. But I wonder why 70 million for him and 85 for Fernandes. That's the one that keeps just popping to my mind from Spurs. He's 10 times the player that Fernandes is. So have Spurs overpaid?
Probably. I mean, Man United pulled out of that one for that reason, right?
Yeah, and then 70 million for somebody that I don't know where he starts for Arsenal.
I was going to ask you about that, right? So he's predominantly an 8. That's his best position, right?
Yep.
Well, that's Declan's role.
Yeah. You got Zubimendi in there.
Yeah.
You got Lewis Skelly in there.
Yeah.
You can put Havertz in there if you want. You can put Moreno in there if you want. You can put Eze in there if you want.
He can play as a 10. I don't think he's great in that position. You need him as that 8.
Yeah, so I think it's a lot of money for somebody that could potentially be a squad player.
Okay.
That's where I look at it.
Do you see it as him being a squad player? Or do you think that... Because I see him very much as an Arteta type of player. All that passion that you mentioned about.
But also... Do Arsenal know something we don't in regards to Declan Rice? Do they think the amount of games he's played over the last 3 years?
Maybe.
He's been nursing injuries up until the World Cup and in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Are they looking at maybe they don't think Declan's going to be as durable as he has been over the last 3 to 4 years?
Maybe.
So maybe that's a...
But that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
That would make sense. It's a long season. They're going to try and defend their Premier League title. They've got Champions League. I feel they're desperate to win the Champions League now, Arsenal.
Yeah, of course. I don't think they can while PSG are around, but...
Do you not?
No. I think PSG are a level...
I mean, they come very close, didn't they, last time out?
What did you say about coming second yesterday?
No, I agree with you. No one remembers it. No, I totally agree. But what I'm saying is to write off a side that got...
I'm not writing them off. I just think PSG are a level above everybody. And they're getting better and stronger as well. So,
but then for Arsenal to try and compete with PSG,
they're going
to improve their squad.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, so if one of the questions I'm going to ask Arsenal fans today is whether or not they think that Arsenal should go back and bid more than the 70. What would your answer be to that? How much is he worth? How much is too much for Bruno Guimaraes?
I think in the market now, you'd probably say a squad player is 80 to 90 million, which is wild to say.
That's insane.
It's wild to say. But you think of Arsenal, what do they pay for Pepe?
72.
72 million. You'd expect this 70 million is a bit more reliable than that 72. I just think when Fernandes has gone, when Elliot Anderson, 116 million, he's not miles better than Bruno Guimaraes.
Not yet.
He's just probably younger, got a bit more. Yeah. I'd be interested to hear what Arsenal fans think. I think around 80 will be the cut-off point.
It's weird with football fans because we almost become the club's accountant.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we're not spending that, but we will spend this.
Yeah.
And I do understand it, I don't understand it. I guess the main part of the argument is if you're spending 70 million on Bruno, that's 70 million less than you can spend somewhere else in the squad. Yeah, there's only a finite amount of money there.
And the one thing for Arsenal, which is it's to their credit, it's going to be hard now because they've done the rebuild in terms of Aubameyang and everybody gone and getting all these players in. Now it's actually harder because you're looking for one specific player with one specific profile. So it's harder actually for them to improve now. They need a deliberate type of left winger now.
Yeah.
They can't just go, let's get 3 and then hope it works. So I think when they identify someone, they have to be really smart and really quick to get in there and get it done.
Okay. So let me ask you the 2 questions I'm going to put to Arsenal fans. Firstly, is he good enough to start for Arsenal? You've said no.
I don't. He is good enough, but I don't think he will.
Okay. And what's the most amount of money you think Arsenal should bid for him before they turn their back on the deal?
80
million. Okay.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, is 70 too much? Is 80 too much? Is 90 too much? Is there no value you think he's too much? He's such an important player. And does he start? Where does he play? We both see him as an 8, right? I think that's his best position, so he must play there. Arsenal fans, this one's for you. Football fans, of course you can have your say, but I'm guessing lots of Arsenal fans want to phone up and talk about their club. I don't think we've spoken about Arsenal this week. All jokes aside, I don't think we've actually pinpointed Arsenal as a club. So, Arsenal fans, if you've sat there thinking, why aren't you talking about the Premier League champions? We will now. Arsenal fans, Bruno Guimaraes, how much is he worth? How much do you want him? 03717 223344. Gooners, dial that number. You'll be next live on Drive on talkSPORT right after this.
I think United want to move on. He's obviously on a hefty wage. I'm amazed Saudi haven't come in. I'm amazed he hasn't gone out to Saudi.
I think he won it.
Again, Saudi pay a lot more than 300 grand a week for a player obviously who's playing for England and still in his prime. Yep. I'm very surprised Barcelona didn't do the deal. But then again, I expected him to do well at Barcelona. Most, average wingers would do well out there, the team they have. I don't know where he goes. If you were a Spurs, would you go for him?
That's the one. That's the one that keeps nagging away in the back of my mind.
We'll take him for a loan.
Yeah.
And if he plays 23 games, you know what I mean, we'll obviously pay this fee and that fee. What United are going to have to probably end up doing is recuperating as much of that fee back and all the loan fees they've had the last 2 seasons and the next 2 seasons. So I'm thinking Spurs. They've got a few more experienced Premier League players they've signed.
And De Zerbi's the type of manager that feels he can.
I'm not sure
he feels he can fix players.
I'm not sure he'd put up with
really.
And then you'd worry about the London life, wouldn't you? So
yes, you would.
There's all those things. Rashford is incredibly talented, and you look at him and go, "What are you doing with your career? You should be dominating. You should be dominating world
Even
football."
that World Cup, he comes on, doesn't he? The first game, scores a brilliant goal against Croatia, arguably England's best performance in that.
I agree.
He played a part of that. Starts the next game,
thinks
the place out, and then never really gets his place back. Anthony Gordon becomes de facto left winger, not just for England but at Barcelona as well.
And the place was there because Gordon wasn't good, you know, in game one, and it was there to be won. And you just look at Rashford and you go, you've got all the tangibles to be world class. What is the matter with you? But again, I would say he's been on nearly £500,000 a week for the last since he's 23. Is it again too much too soon?
Anthony Joshua is on the road to destiny. But first, there is danger. Prenga, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. And AJ knows, one moment, one mistake, one punch will change history. AJ is back. But there is danger before destiny.
Java talkSPORT, it's Mandy Goldstein. Troy Deeney is alongside me in partnership with Giacomo. Style and brands for every man. Are you aware that Tyson Fury is fighting as we speak in Thailand? Are you aware about that?
No, I knew it was fighting today.
Most people aren't aware of that. It's nowhere.
It's not being aired though, is it?
It's nowhere.
It's content, I think he said. For the
It's content. You can't get it on a dodgy stick. You can't get it on YouTube. You can't get it anywhere.
Content for the new show, right? For the new series.
It's a little bit pointless because it's when it comes around, I'll be like, well, I know you won in 4 rounds. I read it.
Yeah, but you're not going to see how.
I don't really care. Do you care?
Not really. But
no,
it's more content, mate. The world is about content.
It is about,
you know that better than anybody.
I do. No, you know that. You've got your cameraman following you about. You know that better than I do. Still to come, we'll be hearing your questions in What's Happening, Deeney. This is your chance to ask Troy anything you want. Just send us a WhatsApp voice note on 03717223344. Start with "Hello" and Deeney, and then ask your question. I mean, usually they're all about football, but anything you want to know about. What music he likes, what he does in his spare time, what his favourite golf club is.
Yeah. If I pushed you out of the way on the trade today, apologies.
Yeah, if you push you out of the trade, anything like that. In fact, if you did that, let me know. Just quickly, Pep Guardiola has turned down the chance to become the new Italy gaffer in darts. Luke Littler's world match play title defence continued with a 16-7 quarter-final win over Josh Rock. Right, let's take your calls. How much is Bruno Guimaraes worth? How much do Arsenal fans want him? 03717223344. Johnny's an Arsenal fan. He's first up. Hello, John. Johnny, you there? John.
Hello, can you hear me?
Now I can, John. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Love the show, guys.
Thanks, John. Thanks. We love you loving the show. What would you like to say?
Pretty much. Bruno's an excellent player. There's no doubt in that. But I would not pay a penny over 70 million.
No, okay. No more. Elaborate. Why not?
Well, I'm just worried we're going to get embroiled with an emotional tie with Newcastle. They obviously need him more than we need him. And I think we'll just get in this transfer bidding war where we're not going to pay more than that.
Do you think he actually starts if he comes in? If everyone's fit and available?
I can see him and Declan dovetailing, so the ball very distant forward, and they can play each other's roles off each other.
Okay, we'll let you go there. It's not the greatest line. Thanks for that, John. You don't hear dovetailing used a lot, do you?
No.
Good expression. Can you see him dovetailing?
Yeah, I can.
All right. What does dovetail mean?
It's like when me and you were doing this. You're really poor most times, and then I come in and make sure the show's good. And then when I don't turn up on time, you're here to make sure everyone's calm.
And so we're dovetailing. Oh, okay.
Is that good?
Who's the dove? Who's the tail? James. Maybe he's got the answer. Hello, Jimmy.
No, I haven't, but afternoon.
How are you, James?
Good, you?
Good, man. What do you want to say?
Good. I think it'd be a great signing. I think it reminds me a little bit of the signings Fergie used to make when United won the league, and then they went and they bought somebody who's going to come straight in the first 11 and make you better.
Yeah.
I think Declan goes back to the 6. I think although it was a bit of a glorified friendly against France, when he went back in the 6, England played better. I think at the back end of last season, he went back in the 6. Lewis Skelly come in, played the 8. We looked better then. I think Declan goes back into the 6 and Guimaraes comes in and he plays 8. And I think that will be the first choice midfield if they can get it done.
James, just on that, you mentioned Lewis Skelly. Does bringing in Bruno dampen his pathway? Does he get less game time now?
No, because firstly, I think he's a great player to learn from for Lewis Skelly.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I think, like Andy's saying, we're trying to win the Champions League. And at times last season, there was talk about us winning all 4 trophies. It was never going to happen. It's never been done.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking to go deep in the competitions, all of them, you need depth, and I think you need 4 really good players in there that can shed a load.
You'd have that, right, with Zubamendi. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a bit dead on his feet as well, sort of after Christmas. So just shows you need the competition, you need the players in there to be fresh.
Yeah, thanks for your call. A bit like, thanks, James. He alluded to it when Fergie was at the top of his game, bringing player. I remember when we brought Veron in.
Yes.
And it was all like, why have we brought him on? It didn't really work for him at United, but he was still such a classy player that we brought in when we had a really, really good midfield.
Yeah.
And he was just
I was thinking more Van Persie when you got him.
Okay.
Just to get the job done.
Yeah.
He's tried, tested, know what you're going to get.
But Van Persie was always going to be a starter for United. I don't think Bruno necessarily is going to be for Arsenal. Let's speak to Lloyd. He's a gooner. Hi, Lloyd.
How we doing, chaps?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you today?
All good, mate. Friday afternoon, finished work early, few beers on the cards. Come on, you can't go wrong, can we?
Amazing. What you got for dinner?
Right,
what are you going for?
I don't know yet. I've just had a McDonald's, mate, so probably not much.
No, you just brought it all down.
It's no good, yeah. You've ruined the day. Go on then, what do you want to say?
Right, just a quick one. Obviously, with the Bruno deal, I personally think he's a must, and I don't care how much we've got to pay for him. If you're going to go to Newcastle, you're going to take their captain. There is no doubt about it, Troy. He walks into that Arsenal midfield. Now, I heard the last fellow, was it James? He mentioned about Lewis Skelly. And, to an extent, it might dampen his pathway. It might block a door for him. But to learn from him and have, like the last fella said, Declan go back in the 6, Bruno in the 8, and then whether you got Eze or Odegaard in the 10. That, for me, is a level above what we had last season. Zubamendi, by the way, I personally would be looking at shipping him out. I've seen enough. I don't think he's cut out for the league. So I'd send him gone back to Spain. But I do think Arsenal, no matter what, need to get this deal over the line. And unfortunately, they're digging their heels in, paying about 70 million. I think go as high as 100. This guy will transform that team. Mark my words.
Lloyd, I hear what you're saying. I agree with most of what you're saying. But let me ask you, you're talking about moving Declan back into the 6, right? Now, he played most of last season in the 8, and you won the Premier League and nearly won the Champions League. Why would you move him from that position?
Because when you see him in the 6, when you watched him at West Ham before he comes to Arsenal, that was where he made himself. And I promise you, if you put him in the 6 with a proper number 8, and I'm talking someone that's as good as Bruno, that can just give Bruno the freedom, he's the passer in the team. Declan will sweep behind all day, any day of the week. He is mustard in that position. I promise you now, that midfield, they can strengthen in one or two more positions. Obviously, they need to leave a cover now because of the injury. I reckon if they go out and get a top class, and I mean a world class left winger, and potentially get one or two more through the door, then I think Arsenal will go on back to back.
Yeah, look, I don't disagree with you in regards to back to back in the Premier League, right? That's what you're talking about. I don't disagree with that. I just wanted to ask you in regards to if it was playing field, right? The transfer fee was irrelevant. You could get Tonali or you could get Bruno Guimaraes. Who's the better one for you?
Bruno, all day. Bruno. And I'm not just saying that. I know it's going to sound bitter because you've gone to Spurs, but I'm being realistic here. Tonali's got age on his side. He's a good runner. But if you speak to any Newcastle fans, right, if you have to pick one of the two, they would have literally shipped Tonali out themselves. Bruno is world class. Tonali's not at that level yet, but he may well be, but not yet.
World class is a bit of a stretch, but I'm with you. I'm with you until you said world class.
No, he is. Bruno is world class. He's in the top 5% of midfielders in the league. Shadow of a doubt. Tell me who's pick another 5% of midfielders in that league that's better than Bruno.
Do we have to pick another 5 or just one?
Oh, if I'm
Rice, Caicedo,
5 above him.
Go on then.
We've got Rice, Caicedo so far, just off the top of my head. Start going through Rodri,
Fernandes,
Bruno Fernandes.
Talking about other positions, though, Cap.
I'm talking about a 6 or an 8, just as an 8.
Talk about an 8.
I'd go Enzo Fernandez. I think he's better. I know that's a bit tough for some people right now. I think he's better than him. Would you agree?
Me personally, I wouldn't.
You're not. That's fair. I was saying this the other day. Do you know what happens when you have like top 5s? You could pick 5, and I could pick holes in it, and vice versa. So, listen, if you think he's top 5 and they should go and get him, then that's how. Why don't you think that they? Why aren't they going? Why aren't Arsenal going in like you said just to get the job done? Because they spent 100 million before on a Declan Rice.
Yeah, I think this season, and I'm not an expert with all the financial stuff, I'll be honest, but if I'm talking about going out and getting your number one target, which supposedly was Morgan Rogers, you now can't miss the trick. You have to go and get Bruno Guimaraes. There's no doubts about it, because if you missed out on the second top target, then you're looking at everybody else around you and going, where are we going wrong? And the season's starting in a few weeks' time?
Yeah.
So
don't remind us, mate.
Bruno will
get on holiday.
I think Bruno. I think that one will get done, but I think it's going to take another couple of weeks of negotiating. I think Newcastle will dig their heels, and rightly so. But Arsenal just need to cough up. At the end of the day, you're paying for someone that I believe walks into that team and takes us up another level. So personally, I think it's a must do.
All right, Lloyd, appreciate your call. I have to say, I do think Bruno's a fantastic player.
Yeah, no, but world class. I just think world class is a statement that we
bandied around a lot.
We just throw it around like.
He's a great player.
He's a very, very.
He improves Arsenal.
He's a very, very
big loss to Newcastle. Yeah.
He improves. Yeah, it makes Arsenal's squad better. If he was on the bench first game of the season,
when he put it like Decker's a 6, Bruno's an 8, and that spine there is incredibly strong.
But I'm saying if he was to not do that and he started, let's say, with Zubimendi and Declan Rice, who he started last year with, and put him on the bench, no one would go, that's an outrage.
No, but
that's great.
But you are right. But if I ask you who's better, Zubimendi or Rice, who would you say in that 6?
Oh, Rice all day.
And so if you put Rice there.
Yeah, and I take his point because obviously I played against Declan when he was at West Ham, and he was a beast. He could cover. A bit like N'Golo Kante in the sense he could cover 2 or 3 positions on his own. I personally see him as a 6, but the energy that he brings to Arsenal in that 8 running in channels, that's obviously where Arteta sees him. So listen, he's a top player. I just wonder whether he can stay fit. I hope he does, because you never want to see anyone injured. But there's a lot of miles on that clock already.
Still to come, we'll be discussing one club men after Phil Foden signed a new deal at Man City. But first, blimey, it's 1:30 already. It's no Googling. We have been discussing Bruno Guimaraes. We want to know who's the first Brazilian ever to play for Arsenal. It wasn't this century, if you want a clue. Who's the first Brazilian ever to play for Arsenal? The answer to that and loads more coming up on a Friday Drive on talkSPORT.
just to say something about Tottenham now. It's a big conversation because obviously it's about trophy wins, European Cups, all of those sort of things come into it. But in the modern world, it also comes down to support base. Money is so much involved. And Spurs are a big club, full stop. Of course, we're above someone like West Ham. We have got more support.
He had you above West Ham.
Globally. Well, I know, but he was almost fighting with that. You could also look at a support point of view globally. We would make Chelsea look tiny. They have had more recent success. Facts, they've had more success. But we also got to think about Tottenham history. First team to do a domestic double. First team to win the European Cup. We have history that can't be ignored in the same way that like Aston Villa.
Without being pedantic, people will be shouting at the radio, European Cup, not the European Cup.
A European Cup, yes, apologies.
That's all right.
And so I think that history is important. It really, really is. And I don't want to sound like I'm banging on about the past. We know what we've been. I'm a realistic Tottenham fan. I've seen it. Arsenal are a big club. Hate saying it, they're a big club. Bigger than us. I've got to say that as well, and that's going to upset people.
Rich, you do me a favour then. You rate them 1 to 4 first.
It'll have to be Arsenal.
Okay.
Gives me the up, but there you go.
Then who?
And you're not. It's controversial. I'm going to put us above Chelsea and then West Ham at the bottom.
You think Spurs are bigger than Chelsea?
As a club, as a supporting club, and all internationally.
Every spring, sports fans in Europe come together to celebrate arguably rugby's biggest annual tournament, the Six Nations. But why is it the home nations, plus France and Italy, and no one else? It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. A few years later, when they could field a team, Wales decided they'd host England and an idea was thought up. With Ireland keen, they formed the Home International Championship, which ran from 1883. In 1910, France was allowed to join, as they were developing into a serious rugby nation, and thus the Five Nations was born. France had an interesting history with the championship. They were actually booted out for paying their players in 1931, when the home nations were keen to keep it amateur. After World War II, though, France were let back in, but it remained a closed shop for more than 50 years. And when another country was let in, it was only really because the Five Nations hand had been forced. Italy was developing into a serious contender, beating Scotland, France and Ireland twice in the same year, meaning in 1999 officials got together and said yes to Italy, and it became the Six Nations. So what changes, if any, come next? 7 nations? 8? A promotion and relegation system? Or should we leave it alone and let it remain the great rugby tradition it's become?
You're listening to Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, Troy Deeney alongside. Just a quick message to Al, who's pressing all the buttons. Can we have some, like, pumping music for today rather than just library music? Is that all right? This is terrible. This is like, booked a holiday yet for the summer?
He's a bit down, isn't he, today? What's the matter? It's Friday.
Al, I think...
He's got that death stare that he may kill me.
Yeah, I don't think his expression will change from you've just won the Euro Millions.
Yeah.
To, sadly, a cat's been run over. His expression will not change, will it? Good day? I just don't know. Bad day? Again, no idea.
He's got the eyes of a man who's seen many things.
Yeah, man, it's staying with him. Come on, you need to sit down and talk about it. I ain't talking about nothing. Just get on with the show. All right, we will, probably. Don't let it be like that. Before the break, ask the question. Who was the first Brazilian ever to play for Arsenal?
He's still staring at me.
I know.
I actually got this right, didn't I?
You did get it right.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell him?
Silvinho.
Silvinho, signed for Arsenal in 1999. Good year for Prince. Still to come, we'll be hearing your questions in What's Happening, Deeney. Still time to get those in. 03717 722 Have we done that with you before? What's Happening, Deeney? That's my favourite part of the show, that is.
First time.
But now, Phil Foden has signed a new deal, a 4-year deal as well at Man City, keeping him at the club to 2030. His old deal was due to expire next summer. After making his debut at 17, he's gone on to make 369 appearances for City, winning 6 Premier League titles. That's insane. 1 Champions League and 2 FA Cups. He spoke to the club's website after signing the deal and said he was delighted to stay at the club.
Unbelievable feeling. Obviously, being here since a young age, coming through the full academy into the first team. It's always been a dream of mine to play for City. Yeah, and I'm lost for words, really, to continue my journey. I've had so many great memories here, winning a lot of trophies, and I've enjoyed every single day.
You mentioned it there, you're a proper one-club man, which is pretty rare, actually, in modern football. Can you just try and describe to us what Manchester City means to you?
Yeah, it means everything.
I'm sure there was more than just it means everything. I just want to go through his stats, right? I don't want to go through all of them because it'd take days. But every season, it's about 50 games, right?
Yeah.
50, 49, 48, 45, 50. So just remember that. 25, 26 first season, 10 goals, 7 assists. 13 goals, 7 assists. 27 goals, 13 assists. 15 goals, 8 assists. 14 goals, 11 assists. 16 goals, 10 assists. So last season, 16 goals and 10 assists. Do we undervalue him?
100%.
We do, don't we?
I think he set such a high bar when he burst onto the scene that you kind of go, oh, he's having a poor year. Then you look at the end of the year and you go, oh, actually, double figures in both again.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable
Such
standard.
a great point.
And again, just to look at not even taking him to the World Cup, it's remarkable when we look at it like that. The standard that he has set, and then, respectfully, somebody like Eze going, who didn't have a great year, had a couple of moments, obviously adjusted to life at Arsenal, and we left Phil Foden behind. I think we're just one of those countries, aren't we? That it's like he scored 27 in 1 year, so he should do that every year.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's remarkable to do in one season.
16 goals, it's incredible, I think.
And we're talking about how poor he is, and all summer, all season, talking about should Man City move on? Should they cash in? It's it's a really high. Yeah,
I've not heard that.
There's a lot of talk about that last year.
That's insane.
Should they move on?
Why would you do that?
PSR gives you 100% profit, all of that type.
How much is he worth, Troy?
Oh, based on half the guys that we see, he's got to be in the hundreds, 110, 120.
I would say 120, yeah.
Easy, based on what we're seeing now. So, I think he's phenomenal. I think he's had some tough times off the field, and he's always conducted himself well. You don't really hear too much about him as well. I like that. You don't really hear too much noise about Phil Foden. So I hope he has an unbelievable year. Maybe a little change of manager gives him that opportunity, because I think Pep gets something into his mind, and then that stays with you. Like when Cole Palmer was doing a bit, it's like, all right, you can go now. Phil Foden came in a little bit, didn't really work, but we're winning without you, so you stay on the bench. So I think he's a new lease of life under a new manager.
What's interesting, you say new manager, but not a new club. Are you surprised that Foden has not decided to stay? But is there an argument to say that players sometimes better themselves if they move on? I'll give you some examples, right? So if you look at Manchester United, when United won the treble, some great players.
Yeah.
Some of them stayed at the club throughout their career, Scholes and Giggs.
Yeah.
And others, Becks, moved on. Now, Becks went to PSG, went to Italy.
Did his career get better?
Yes, did his career get better? I'm asking you.
I don't think he did.
Did his career get better?
He became a bigger star. He became a bigger global star.
Yeah.
His brand got bigger. I don't think he played any better football than when he did at Man United.
Do you not?
No.
I mean, when he was at Real with the Galacticos, he was pretty special there, right?
Yeah, but
did it improve him as a footballer?
I don't know. But he would obviously that'd be better for an individual. But I would say he was better at
Manchester United. Do you think it does anything to you as a player if you experience life in a different country?
I think it does. I also think it depends. Like, where's Phil Foden going to go? Do you get the best out of Phil Foden if he signed for Newcastle? Probably not.
No. Well, he wouldn't move to another club in the Prem, right?
Yeah. Well, where do you want to put him at?
Well, let's say
Fantasy lad.
let's say fantasy. Let's put him at Bayern Munich for argument's sake, right?
Bayern Munich. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Win the league every year.
Yeah.
And then people do exactly what they do with Harry Kane and Elise.
Okay.
What do they do in the Champions League? You have to win the Champions League for people to turn around and go, yeah, you get the credit you deserve.
Yeah.
So it'd be very difficult for him. I think he's in a wonderful position. I actually think it should be applauded more now, not only from Phil Foden's point of view, from Man City's point of view. All the money that they've spent, they've still promoted for the youth team. They've still kept him around. He's 26 now, so what's that? Nearly 10 years in the first team. And he doesn't look like he's going anywhere soon. So I think for all the negativity that Man City get around transfers and everything that's going on there, you got to give him some credit. They brought a young player through. They've trusted him. And he's signed, for the 4 years? So that'll take him to his 30. Potentially, he's never leaving that club, which is amazing.
No. Potential, rather than potential. Has he reached it yet? Because when he was coming through, I remember Pep quoting something along the lines of, a player at that age, I've never seen anyone better, and I include Messi.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was along the lines. He certainly included Phil Foden as the best he'd seen, and Messi was in the conversation.
Yeah.
But from that kid that broke into Man City's team at 17, 18, 19, we had huge aspirations from. We all thought he was going to lead England. He'll be, when Kevin De Bruyne left Man City, he was going to take over that role. It's not.
I think that's the only bit.
It's not really happened yet, has it?
No, I think that's the only bit I would put. It's not even a negative. It's hard to take a team and drag a team forward, especially when it's left to hold the size of Kevin De Bruyne. And people at Liverpool will start to feel that now Mo Salah's left. There's a massive void there. So not only are you expected to score 20 goals, you're expected to assist 20 goals. Whenever there's a big moment, we want you to lead it. If the team's a bit flat, you've got to do more. I think it's very, very difficult for people to lead a team. I think that's the only bit I would like to see a little bit more from Phil in terms of give me the ball, I'm going to make something happen. I think he has all the ability in the world to do that. But I do think he's a score-first type midfielder.
Yeah, okay.
Which is difficult when you've got Haaland, who only scores goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Kevin De Bruyne looked so good because he was assist first, and then if he scored, that was great. So maybe he needs to tweak his game.
We've talked about players in the past not necessarily reaching their potential. You could argue that when Waz and Ronaldo were in the team together, that Wayne Rooney was probably the better player. And then
better
Ronaldo.
Team player.
I just think it's just a better player when they were together. And then Ronaldo went on to a different height.
Yeah.
And Wayne Rooney didn't ever get to that level. Listen, Wayne Rooney, for my money, one of the greatest players ever to play in the Premier League. But Ronaldo went to another level, right?
Yeah.
How far away is Phil Foden from that next level, and can he get there? I don't mean the Ronaldo level, but I just feel there's another level of Phil Foden we haven't seen yet.
I agree with you. Can he get there? Yes, he can get there. If he's going to do it, it needs to be soon, because this is a young person's game. When you look at, he didn't make the Euros. You got Jude Bellingham, 23 now?
Yeah.
So Jude's 3 years
Great
younger,
point. Yeah.
not leaving. Cole Palmer is probably similar age, 3 years younger. Morgan Rogers, 3 years younger. So now it's you're going to have to take over the team now and do it on an international level now. Because as you start to get to 28, 29, you're probably coming into your peak years.
Yeah.
And these guys will be where you are now, and they're already ahead of you.
Let's take a phone call. Charlie's a Man City fan, wants his say on National Radio. Hello, Charlie. Good afternoon.
Hi, you okay?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm actually on my way to Manchester right now.
Okay. What for? What are you doing?
I work for a football club, and we've got a pre-season friendly tonight against Hyde.
Okay. What's your club called? Give him a little shout out.
Chester FC. I don't know if you've ever been to Chester or around
Been
it.
to Chester races? Good time.
Fair enough, yeah.
Good time.
Okay, well, good luck to you. What are you phoned up to say?
It's about Phil Foden, so I'm a massive Manchester City fan, and I've been beating with the stick really about Phil Foden all summer, that he wasn't good enough last season, and I completely agree with what you said. He set a ridiculous, he's like Haaland really, he set a ridiculous standard. I think for England it's a bit difficult because I don't think anyone's thrived in that Southgate team. I mean, Kevin Phillips won Player of the Year, and look at him now. So I feel like there's a lot more to come from him, and I'm actually really excited that he signed this new deal as a City fan, so I get to see him for the next 4, 5, 6 odd years.
What do you want from him over those 4 years?
I want a bit more of the 4th Premier League title winning season when we won the 4 in a row. I think he filled De Bruyne's void really well in that season. I'd like to see a bit more of that, just a bit more of like the old street Foden we used to see. He looked a bit sheepish last year and a bit almost sort of scared. I mean, I thought Cherky brought out his flair a little bit in warm-ups and in the early parts of the season where he did quite well. And then after Chris started to tail off when Cherky became a little bit better and started playing every week.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Well, good luck tonight. Thanks for calling. I'm a big fan of Foden. You are as well. I think he's only going to get better. I hope he is. I hope he comes back.
I hope so. And again, from what I hear, there was some personal issues over the last 2 years, and hopefully, work that out. And if you sign a new contract, clearly Man City feel confident enough to be like, okay, let's dive into and believe in this player. Also, Maresca would have as well, right? Maresca must have had a conversation where it's like, okay, this is unreal.
Yeah.
I like it. I like Phil Foden. I think he's harshly treated, both in the media and also with England. I know he hasn't been great for England, but there's not many who have been over the course of time.
From 5 o'clock, we'll be talking about Newcastle. Things, I wouldn't say going from bad to worse, just worse, really, for Newcastle. Players get linked to your club and then they go to other ones. James Trafford looks like he's going to Leeds. Manzambi at Villa. You're selling all your big stars. Newcastle United. And I know you're buying players, but you're buying sort of 21, 22-year-olds that we've not really heard of. Maybe superstars in the making, we don't know. But Newcastle fans, you can have your say now. We'll take your calls at 5. But if you dial up now, we'll take your details and call you back so you can be first in the queue. 03717223344. Newcastle fans, dial that number. You can have your say from 5 today on Drive.
Chelsea can't win a league.
If Arsenal don't win it, I think Chelsea, with Xabi Alonso, Chelsea need to be one of the teams dreaming. One of the teams. Look, a front line of Pedro, Esteval, Palmer, Rodgers is capable of scoring enough goals to win a league. If we now bring in Lacroix, bring in John Stones, sign a new goalkeeper, all of a sudden you're looking at a team with 1 game to play a week. You're looking at a team that could potentially win a league title.
Mate, you're talking guff.
No, that's not. That's
you're not
very rational chap.
Rory, you're not winning the league.
We are unlikely to win it, but we are one of the 5 teams that can legitimately be considered capable of winning it.
No, you're not.
We are 100%.
No, you're not.
No, you're just a biased Tottenham fan.
No, you are not in the conversation to win the league.
We are.
You are. Let's get Champions League. That's your aim.
That's the primary aim because Arsenal are going to win the league. What I'm saying is, if Arsenal don't win the league,
right, you've got Liverpool, Man City.
So just forget Arsenal. Arsenal, it all goes wrong. They shoot themselves in the foot. It goes as wrong as it went for Liverpool. Look, that won't happen. I think Arsenal will win the league. Let's just pretend they don't. Arsenal are not champions. Who are? The answer to that question is Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City.
No, it's not Man United.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Well, you don't think Man United can win it?
No.
Of course they can.
No, they can't win the league. They can't.
Based
on the fact it's the second season of them, they've now got to deal with Europe. They've got to play, double the amount of games that they played.
Nobody accrued more points than Manchester United after
they played 40 games.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua is on the road to destiny. But first, there is danger. Prenga, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. And AJ knows, one moment, one mistake, one punch will change history. AJ is back. But there is danger before destiny.
This is Driver talkSPORT. Me and Goldstein, Troy Deeney in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Still trying to find out any Tyson Fury news. He apparently got into the ring at 4 o'clock. Even on X, and I never use X, I can't stand X. It's the gutter, but nothing. Can't find anything.
You happy with the music though?
No. Again, just thought, you're better than that. Put effort in now. All right? Put effort in today's show. Would you do that for me? For me? He's looking at me. What do I do? He's looking at me. Still to come, we're hearing your questions in What's Happening. Deeney, your chance to ask Troy anything you want. Just send us a short WhatsApp voice note, 03717 22334, but it must start with Deeney and then ask your silly question. Just quickly, Rodri is expected to miss the start of the new season. He needs surgery to help deal with a back issue. Luka Modric just signed a new one-year deal at AC Milan, despite the fact he'll turn 89 in September. No, hold on, 41. Luka Modric, what a player he is.
Unreal.
41 is still doing it in Italy.
Yeah, it's twofold, right? It's great for him that he's still able to have that desire to play and want to play, but then also it's a sad indictment on Serie A that he is still bossing it at that age, at that profile. So it's a shame.
Right, time now to get an update on the Commonwealth Games with BYD.
Commonwealth Games update on talkSPORT with the BYD Atto 2 DMI, the intelligent compact SUV with advanced plug-in hybrid technology.
Yes, the Commonwealth Games are officially underway in Glasgow, and talkSPORT have got you covered for every big moment. Natalie Sawyer will be your host each day alongside, get this, former long jump world champion Greg Rutherford. Brilliant, that is. We thought we can get a taste of what we can expect throughout today as we welcome talkSPORT's Commonwealth Games reporter John Cushing to the show. Hello, John. How you doing?
Hi, Andy. Hi, Troy.
Hi, mate.
Thanks for you all right? You sound a bit down.
No, I'm good. I'm in the gymnastics at the moment. They're about 40 minutes away from starting the men's team final tonight, and it's very loud. So I just wanted to make sure that you could hear me.
We can hear you loud and clear.
So I apologise.
That's all right.
I'm raring to go.
I'm only playing with you. Listen, just bring us up to date on what we've seen so far, because there's already been a gold for Team England, right?
Yeah, we've won 2 medals actually. First gold as well in the powerlifting. So it's the first time ever in Commonwealth Game history that the para medal was up first, and it was won by Mark Swan, who is a Paralympic silver medalist. He's won his first ever major gold medal in the men's lightweight. He lifted 222 kilograms, Andy. That's 222 bags of sugar all at once, which is impressive stuff. And a gold medal for him. He won silver in Birmingham 4 years ago. And then Olivia Brooms just won bronze as well. Interestingly, though, despite those medals, Team England not top of the medals table already. Nigeria have, because they won more medals, and I think England may be second for most of these Commonwealth Games, because which team's going to dominate here? Any ideas?
Which team's going to dominate in the Commonwealth? I'll leave that to Troy. Troy likes to see that, athletics.
Ain't got a clue. Go on. This is your area of expertise, John.
Australia. So Australia are here.
Oh, okay.
They've got the Olympics.
And they do
in
breakdancing.
2032. They're not doing break dancing here, but in the swimming pool. So tonight, the swimming is massive. They've got big athletics world champions like Nicola Slager in high jump, Jess Hull in the mile as well. And they dominate netball, they dominate 3x3s basketball. The Aussies are here, and they've said they've got one aim, Andy, to be top of everything.
John, with that in mind, and I apologise now if it's a silly question, but does that mean Gout will be running?
No, he's not. So he is going to the under-20s European. He's going to the under-20 World Championships this summer. So he's not competing for Australia. So we're not going to see him here at the athletics either. It's not a daft question. We were expecting so many people to come here, but there are so many other events going on this summer as well that some people have to kind of go, well, I need to prioritise it. I've just bumped into to Max Whitlock actually here at the gymnastics, and he had to pull out 2 weeks ago because he's hurt his hand, and he told me he can't even push it down. It's so painful. So he's out of these championships here from a gymnastics point of view, which is not good for Team England, who've won their last 3 gold medals here at the gym.
Just before I let you go, some big names have withdrawn, as you mentioned, including Katarina Johnson-Thompson and Deeney Asher-Smith. How much of a blow was that for the Games?
I would counter that by saying Josh Kerr is here. Who is the world record holder in the mile. Georgia Hunter-Bell is a world champion, and she's going for the 800 metres. Ailish McColgan, Laura Muir, Jake Whiteman, Zarnell Hughes. There were still lots of athletes. So, yeah, look, people pull out. Dina was only going to be here for the relay anyway. It wasn't such a surprise. I think it's a disappointing for her that she's got niggles because she's never won a Commonwealth gold, and they are really a great opportunity. You ask Adam Ramsey-Peaty, who I spoke to this morning in the swimming pool. He is here for his 5th Commonwealth gold medals in the swimming pool. He's in the semi-finals tonight in the men's 100 metres breaststroke. It matters to people. They want it. Max Whitlock was gutted that he was not here, and he's working for TNT around the corner.
John, we are not gutted. We're the opposite. We're over the moon that you're working for us. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Will do. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, man. That was all thanks to BYD.
Commonwealth Games update on talkSPORT with the BYD Atto 2 DMI, the intelligent compact SUV with advanced plug-in hybrid technology.
I don't like the fact you don't like the Commonwealth Games. All right?
It's great.
I want you to buck your ideas up for me. Oh, will you do me that favour? I'll tell you why, right?
Go on.
Because following us at 7, Natalie Sawyer, she's going to bring the first day of Commonwealth Games shows.
Yeah.
She's going to have it in the studio alongside a 2012 Olympic gold medalist, Greg Rutherford. Now, Greg will be on our show a bit later on to tell us about that.
Yeah.
I like Greg. He's a lovely fella.
Yeah.
And he's a gold medalist. So when at least pretend you like it.
I will. Long jump, you said, or triple jump?
Long jump.
Long jump.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was long jump, wasn't it?
Yeah. We'll have a chat with.
Yeah, gold medalist. I mean, that takes some.
Unbelievable.
All right, good.
Unbelievable. Well done. Bet he doesn't run a mile in 3 minutes.
No one's run a mile in 3 minutes.
What's that?
3:42, yeah.
3:42. There you go. I bet he's not bothered about
No, wait, no. But that's like him going, oh, Troy Deeney striker. I bet he never scored 50 goals in the season.
Yeah.
Still difficult to score 20, right?
I agree.
So,
and if he felt that way, I would not be offended.
Okay. I don't think he will. It's going to be explosive, though, isn't it?
When he comes into chat,
yeah.
I'll go toilet for that bit.
No, he's a nice fella. No.
No, but you two can talk athletics.
No, Troy, I want you here.
No one wants to talk athletics.
No, I do. I love it.
The listeners are fuming. They've already turned over that.
No, because I'll tell you why. They're not listening for athletic chat. They're listening for us.
Okay.
All right?
I feel like they've already turned it off.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
They've turned it up.
You started talking athletics. They went all...
No. Well, they're turning it up now because we're talking Newcastle when we come back.
Oh.
It's not been a good summer for Newcastle. It's not been a good 12 months, really. Or 24. Are you on the League Cup? 03717223334. For Newcastle fans, you can phone up and moan right after this.
I think that was the key with Mateus Fernandes as well. They walked away from that deal, obviously went to Tottenham for 85 million, A, because they thought the price was a bit excessive, but B, they never really got the impression the player was fully invested in the project. And I think they only want people who want to play for Manchester United. You look at Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbumo last summer, they had offers from elsewhere, could have been playing Champions League football. They both made it abundantly clear from the start they wanted this move to Old Trafford, and that's the type of character you want in the dressing room.
Absolutely. Here's a dilemma for you. Would you sell? Bear in mind, they need some money. They need money.
If you're going to say Bruno Fernandes, the answer is no chance.
Would you sell him, Bruno Fernandes?
No chance.
32?
No.
Would you not cash in 100 million?
21 assists last season. Wears the captain's armband. Been the best player by a country mile since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club. Absolutely brainless to
Listen
even
to this one
contemplate
now. This assist business, I don't get it.
No?
No, I don't get it. Because I asked Jamie O'Hara the other night, how many assists did you get in your career? He went, I don't know. I said, yeah, because no one ever told you, and we never counted them. So I said, the assists depend on who you're playing with. So, for example, if Harry Maguire robs the ball off the centre forward and pokes it to Fernandes, and he first times it round the corner for me to go clean through and score, who gets the assist? Harry Maguire or Fernandes? Or both?
No, fair point. Sometimes the assist to the assist can be more important. However,
I'll give you another way.
To set up 21 goals over the course of a Premier League season is not to be shot at.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pitodry on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
Welcome back to our number 2 drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. The man that is drinking, it's not pineapple, what is it? Hold on, your mic's not on.
Little mango cooler.
Mango cooler. I don't know why, but I reckon that's really fattening.
I hope so.
Is it? Why do you hope so?
I ran to get here.
What's the best way to lose weight? If I need to lose a stone, since I come back from America, I've put on a lot. What's the best way? Is there a cheat?
Yeah.
Is there like sit in a hot bath for a week?
Yeah, there's all of that, but then you could also have some dodgy chicken, It will be.
Oh, yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, he had a couple of days.
That's no good. I had that once, nearly died when I had food poisoning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had salmonella with that.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's no good.
Go somewhere where it's a bit moody.
What do you mean, a bit moody? Like
You walk past it and you're like, oh, I don't forget to really eat there.
Yeah.
Eat there. Let it all fall out of you the next 2 days. Job's a good one.
No, but I'm looking for a healthy way.
That is healthy.
No, it's not. No. If you're dropping your guts, that's not.
Bit sore, but other than that, it's good as gold.
Can't walk for days.
Yeah.
Still coming here, your voice notes in Troy Deeney's What's Happening, Deeney. Your chance to ask Troy anything you want. Can be about football or just life. Maybe you want some advice. Maybe you're getting married and you go, Troy, what can I get my wife for our wedding date?
Yeah.
What would your advice be on that? Let's say that was my question. Getting married.
Whatever she wants. It's easy.
No, but I want to get something she'll remember. She'll look back and go, oh, that was nice. Andy bought me that.
Nothing then. They always remember when you forget. There you go. See?
That's an unbelievable answer, that is.
Is it not true?
They'll never
if you don't get them,
they'll never forget nothing.
They always remember.
Remember that time you didn't buy me anything?
Exactly. There you go.
Remember.
You're welcome.
That was 20 years ago. You got a good memory. That's a great answer. Right, now it's looking like, oh dear, another sorry summer for Newcastle.
How can Newcastle, on the back of the most successful season in their recent history last time around, then making a British record sale, they still do find themselves here now having to sell.
Gordon steers it into the far corner and Newcastle United lead.
I think it's sad for Newcastle that they have to lose players, but in return for that, they're getting a big fee and he's getting a wonderful opportunity, but I don't personally see him at that level.
Out to Tonali! Through a crowded in!
I decided to sign for Tottenham and I can wait to start the season.
And then it comes to Bruno Guimaraes! Brilliant hit into the corner!
£70 million bid will not be successful, and it could just be the start of the kind of the saga and where we're kind of going on with things.
Bruno Guimaraes was kind of everything to the team. When he didn't play, they didn't win.
Yes, Bruno Guimaraes will become the third key player to leave Newcastle if he joins Arsenal this summer. They've already lost Gordon to Barcelona, Tonali to Spurs, which of course comes after they sold Isak last year. They've also missed out on some key targets, Manzambi and James Trafford to name but two. The Chronicle's Newcastle's writer Lee Ryder joined the Breakfast Show this morning. He said the club's financial situation is holding them back.
They pretty much had to sell Anthony Gordon. They didn't want to sell Tonali, but 100 million is an incredible offer for a player who didn't have a great season last year, and that money's been reinvested. They have signed 4 players in 40 days. So I'm kind of erring on the side of positivity. The window's not quite shut just yet. I'll judge it when it is shut. The Bruno thing, yes, it is a big concern, but we don't know what the CEO and the new sport director, Ross Wilson and David Hopkinson, we don't know how tough they're going to be. They were very tough with Tonali, by the way.
What's amazing with Newcastle, if we were having this conversation about Newcastle and asking their fans to phone up about what the season holds for them, about 18 months ago, 2 years, they would have said top 4, a cup, get to that stage of the Champions League. If you ask Newcastle fans now realistically where you're going to finish in the Prem, I'd say 99% of them won't say top 6 or even 7 now. Would you?
Oh, wow.
Would you agree with that or not?
I can understand why, because when you're losing assets, it's like, well, when is this going to end? But what I would say, Ross Wilson is a top operator. Worked with him before, known him a long time. Top operator. So if he has that opportunity to actually spend money and build for the future, they've got a real good one there. And someone who cares and is very diligent in what they do. I don't know. I feel like they've got great deals so far. Anthony Gordon for 80 million. I have not heard one Newcastle fan complain about that deal. Not heard one complain about Tonali for 92 million. Not one.
They're not moaning about the amount of money they're getting,
or even losing that player. Like, it's not like, oh my God, how do we replace them? I thought it was a frustration last year with Isak. Like, they knew that's very difficult to replace.
And how it dragged on, how
yeah,
it
of
panned
course,
out,
but also very difficult to replace that player. But just from a footballing point of view, I've not heard anyone like, oh, how do we replace Anthony Gordon? How do we replace Tonali?
No, but he has built this team, and his building now has been pulled down with all these really, really good players going. Like, Isak was fantastic for them.
He was.
Gordon did a job for them. Bruno Guimaraes is loved by them.
Yeah, I agree in that regard. But
Tonali.
But again, you look at, so they've got pace. They would argue they've got Harvey Barnes who can step in and who did step in at times on the left hand side.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they've still got the glue, which is Joe Linton. Joe Linton is the beast out of the three of them. So they're not really in a position. Elanga didn't have a great year last year. Vista didn't have a great year last year.
No, but that
maybe those guys can come in and do well.
That three you're talking about, Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton. When in the past we've talked about the midfielders
being the best, one of the best in the country, if not in Europe.
That's in the conversation. Those three.
Yeah, 100%.
That's gone.
I agree, but it's part and parcel. They're both two of them are 29, so you're getting to a point where you have to look at moving one of them on anyway. And I think for the money that they've got the young boy Miley as well, who now has loads of room to grow and play more because he's a top player.
Yeah.
Who would you prefer, an aging player or a homegrown lad that you could go? I understand that, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So I think there's still a lot of positives for Newcastle.
A lot of new players have come in that we've not really heard of. So today they signed a midfielder, Bamba.
Yep.
For £35.5 million from Monaco. He's 20.
Yeah.
They've also signed two other youngsters in Torres, a winger, and Stewart, who's a centre midfielder, for around £60 million as well. So players are coming in, but they're a lot younger, and we don't know too much about them.
That's a new model, though, isn't it? Buying young. How many people were trying to get Tonali when he was available?
Yeah.
How many people were trying to get Joe Linton or Guimaraes? No one's really trying to get Anthony Gordon. So that's their model, is go get players that you haven't really heard of, trust the process in terms of the player profile, and then giving them the time to shine, and then hoping that they can deliver, and then you sell and you do it all again. Unfortunately, until they break into the top four consistently and they go deep in the Champions League and they can get a new stadium and do all this stuff, having all that financial clout behind them, unfortunately means nothing. I think that's why PSR for me is farcical.
Okay, what about players like Manzambi and James Trafford, who they were linked to quite heavily? And then those players...
James Trafford, as you know, I'm not as sold at him as everybody else.
I know, but these are still players that they were looking at in great detail that in the end decided against joining Newcastle and joined other clubs.
Honestly, so what? That happens to everyone. Tonali didn't choose... Fernandes didn't choose Man United, he chose Spurs. Everyone gets into a situation where they miss out on their top target. Because if he's a top target for you, he's a top target for 4 or 5 others.
Yeah,
it's just he can only join one club. I don't think those two players in particular you just mentioned there move the needle this season for Newcastle.
Okay.
I don't think Trafford's better than Pope, personally. I trust Pope more.
With his feet, he's not great, Pope.
No, but you know what a goalkeeper's meant to be good with.
I know.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. You speak very sensibly. Tommy's a Newcastle fan. Hello, Tommy.
Hi, mate.
Evening, Andy. Even Troy, all right?
Yeah, well, good, man. How are you today? You all right? You well?
I've just finished work. I'm a bit better since I finished work.
Nice. Okay. Right, Tom, you're Newcastle, your beloved Newcastle. What's going on? Are you not close to hitting the panic button, but are you slightly a little bit worried and nervous about what the future holds?
I'm a little bit of a mix here, Andy. I would say I don't agree with the narrative kind of that I follow talkSPORT a lot, I must admit, but when I'm in the van, but I don't follow or agree, I should say, with the narrative of talkSPORT, and you look around other media outlets towards, for example, Tonali, Bruno. I get it. They are big players within the squad, or were, because obviously they've gone now, but I'll just try to be quick, but with Gordon, I didn't fully... I had a lot of hope for Gordon when he first came in. And obviously we battled, there was a bit of tug-of-war with Liverpool. Was he going to go there? I'm not so sure how much his head got turned earlier. Maybe he was aware of background noise and he could have had a move earlier than when he did move, but I didn't feel like his form or what he produced. I know he did have numbers, but I do feel a lot of his goals that were there were from penalties. And I don't think he was a 90-minute man, which is when you're a top player or you're trying to be a world-class player, I don't think Gordon can give you that. And I think that point is backed up by how Tuchel used him in the World Cup. He didn't get full games, and I don't think he got one full game. I could be wrong there, but he seems to go missing. Like, you might give you 70 minutes, and then he seems to go missing, I felt. With Tonali. I look back on him and I felt his season was poor. If you put 100 mil on his head before the move, obviously, and you said, "Oh, this guy, would you give us 100 mil for what you've just seen last season?" I'd snap your hand off, like.
Mm.
And with Bruno is different in the sense of, I think a lot of Newcastle fans, me included, I think you see the passion in him. And I think when Newcastle fans smell or detect a bit of extra, just a bit of extra something from how they interact with the player, from the effort. And the effort with Bruno, it might not be as fast as Gordon, but he just gives that extra effort to other players.
Tommy, let me ask you, I've got to go to a break, but just quickly in a number, where will you finish next season, this season?
I would like to say it's a huge gamble very quickly because of the 20-year-olds, the 18-year-olds. It's a big gamble. But Sunderland, I must give props to Sunderland quickly. They've done great.
Tom, I don't want to cut you off. But I just need a number. I've got to go to a break. Where will you finish?
Top 10 in a good cup run. Happy days.
Okay, thanks, pal. I appreciate that. Top 10 in a good cup run.
Got there.
I mean, that's better than they. I did get that. It's better than they finished this season, right?
Yeah.
Newcastle fans, you can pick up the phone. How worried are you? Maybe you're not about this summer and this season approaching. 03717223344. Dial that. You can have your say on National Radio. It's Troy Deeney. It's me, Andy Goldstein. We're here till 7 p.m.
Jack Grealish.
Yep.
Also going to be back at Man City.
Yep.
Next season.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with Jack if he's given a chance by Maresca, because he would have been part of that Man City squad that Maresca was at. Or will the manager think, no? And will Jack think, you know what, maybe I want to move on? I think it's still early doors. I think we have to see what happens over the next 6 weeks. Still 6 weeks left of the transfer window. Start of September, it closes. I don't see him staying there. I see him moving on. It wouldn't surprise me if he moves somewhere else in Europe. I don't see him staying in the Premier League. So I think he's still got 1 year left, I think, of his contract. So the wages as well, will that be a problem for some of the clubs, maybe in the Premier League? But don't rule out maybe back to Everton. David Moyes loved him.
Yeah, he did well there.
Yeah, he done very well there.
Did well there. Okay, interesting. And then, of course, Rodri, reportedly waiting for Real Madrid president Florentino Perez to sanction his return to Spain, and then there's growing support for the move in the capital after he skippered them to the World Cup. Of course, as well, he's linked to Real Madrid. Do you see that one getting done?
It depends, because I did see that from Perez saying that it's not something that they want to do, and I don't think Manchester City are going to let him go on the cheap. I think before the World Cup, they maybe would have negotiated a deal, but his performances in the World Cup was the Rodri that won the Ballon d'Or a couple of seasons ago. That Rodri I wouldn't sell for anything less than 80, 90, 100 million if I'm Manchester City. He's that good. And he's one of them players, Rodri, Shaban, that will play deep into his 30s. Doesn't rely on pace. Very good technically on the ball.
Anthony Joshua is on the road to destiny. But first, there is danger. Prenga, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. And AJ knows, one moment, one mistake, one punch will change history. AJ is back. But there is danger before destiny.
tell you what, some of the stuff Troy Deeney tells me in the break, we can't even admit that on air, can we? Huh?
Oh, leave it alone. Oh,
you mean self-defence? That's what you mean, isn't it? Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Yeah, you only get your words around the right way. You do, Troy. You'll be in a world of trouble.
Sorry.
You're listening to Drive and talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Troy Deeney. In partnership with Giacomo, styling brands for every man. He's changed the music, bit of rhythm is the dancer. You like that?
It's a big
I mean, it's all right. You can do better than that, Al. Oh, he's looking at me again, everyone.
Do you know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
Is as I walked out to get a drink, him and producer Joe were having a chat like, is this good enough? So you're in their heads, rent-free. Rent-free.
That's
in
good.
both of their
I've
heads.
got no money left. I don't think producer Joe would have chosen this, would you?
He did. He did choose it.
This is yours. Rhythm as the Dance is one of yours. Okay. Big box, little box. Bit of 80s. You weren't even born in the 80s, Joe. Your clothes are from the 80s. Still to come with you and your voice. What's happening, Deeney? There's certain questions you can't ask, by the way. I just asked one in the break.
Yeah.
Still to come. We'll be doing that around about 6 o'clock. 03717223344. Just quickly, Harry Kane is set to open formal talks with Bayern Munich over a new deal, with his current deal ending next summer. And in the world of boxing, Troy Deeney just saw this pop up. Tyson Fury has won in round 7 in his fight with Marius Wack in Thailand this afternoon. No one's seen it. No one really wants to see it. Doesn't matter, does it? Right, we're taking your calls. How worried are Newcastle fans about the summer? 03717223344 is the number that Mark, the Newcastle fan, has dialed. Mark, how you doing?
Not so bad, lads.
Good. What are you up to today? What have you been doing?
I'm actually in Edinburgh waiting for a fare. It's going to be about 11 o'clock. I'm a taxi driver.
Okay. You got to wait 6 hours for it?
Yeah, but I want you to come to a shop in Edinburgh, angling shop.
You want me to go to an angling shop in...
No, I went to an angling shop.
Right.
I apologise. Well, I come from Darlington, so it's quite a distance anyway.
Hold on, you've lost me. So you've gone to an angling shop?
So he wanted to go there.
You wanted to go...
I wanted to go there,
He's gone
but
up.
I've got a job later on.
There you go. He's got a job later on, and he's going to come back.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Two for one.
Got it.
All right. I just thought you...
This is what normal people...
I just thought you were fishing for compliments.
Unlike you. Hey, I like your style.
Good one. No, I tell you what it is, lads, right? I'm not even bothered about losing Anthony Gordon, Tonali. I'm a little bit bothered about losing Bruno because I think that's really going to turn the corner. But what's really worrying me, you won't believe this, is losing our second string. Willock's off to Turkey. Everton's looking at getting Jacob Murphy. That means we've got 18 to 22-year-olds, all from Europe, that have never played in the Premiership. They're going to have to perform on the first day against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Think about that.
It's a great point.
I think... I don't think you should look at it like that because Liverpool is always going to be a tough game, right? But
now there's an expectation.
Over us.
But also the expectation you're talking about there, Mark, is that if you are 21, 20, 23, really young, new into the league, and you get a drubbing by Liverpool, now your confidence is really low, and now you can't take those guys out now and put experienced guys in. They got to play again the week after and the week after. Yes. That's what you're getting to, isn't it, Mark?
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. We're getting peanuts for the likes of Willock. That's a good, proven Premiership player that could do a job. He could do maybe 10 games in the season and play magnificently, but then he'll start to tip off a bit because his stamina might ruin. Same with Jacob Murphy. Now, the thing is, we could put them in, right, for these young lads, and just until they get the gist of it, and then we got a chance. But if we get rid of that second string, we're up to Swanee.
Mark, I thought actually...
We really are.
I thought sometimes, maybe I'm a little bit out of touch here, but I thought sometimes Eddie Howe went to Murphy too many times. Because he was tried and tested. I thought there was a few games, especially the Champions League, Barcelona, what I'm thinking about. He put him in.
I'm sorry, I'm going to correct you there.
Yeah.
2 years ago, Jacob Murphy had 24 golden balls.
Yeah.
He was the best English winger. End of.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah, I was on about last year. I thought he went to him a lot last year.
Well, last year, they put Alanga in.
Yeah. 26
games in the Premiership, 6 off the subs bench, 32 appearances in the Premiership, 1 assist, and he didn't even mean it.
He'll come good, mate. He'll come good.
What a great
call. He won't.
Oh, you carry on.
He's a kick and rush specialist.
You just sold one of them for 80 mil?
I know.
Mark, you've been brilliant.
Tell you what, right?
Mark.
Have you got any money? Put it on Newcastle to go down.
No, don't do that. You're going to be okay.
No, I'm honest.
You're just fishing now, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Listen. It's the top lads going isn't a problem. But if you lose your second string, you've got no consistency.
Yeah.
You're not going down. You don't believe that, do you, Mark?
I tell you what, I'm really worried because these 19 and 22-year-olds are going to have to perform.
Yeah, but do you remember Mark Lawrenson? Alan Hansen, you win nothing with kids. You remember that?
Yes, I did.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, and Manchester United.
There you go. Look how that turned out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they had at least a few old heads in there just to keep them going the right way down.
Go and treat yourself to a new fishing rod.
Mate, will do.
All right.
Right.
Thanks for your call, man.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers, mate. He was brilliant, wasn't he? He was great. Like a fish out of water. Have we got time for another one? Joe says, yeah, we've got one more. Michael is a Newcastle fan. Hi, Mike.
Oh, how are you doing?
Good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad. Still working.
What do you do for a living?
I am a wagon driver up and down the country.
A wagon driver?
Yeah.
All right. You enjoy, nothing wrong with it.
Is that
like a
very condescending?
No,
you said that.
No. Wagon is in like LGV.
Yeah, HGV.
HGV, not LGV. So, hold on, you don't drive an LGV, no?
No.
No, okay, good. That's a television, so that's good.
Yeah.
Go on then, Mike. What have you got for us?
Do you know what? I totally agree with what that last caller was saying. Put your money on Newcastle to go down.
No.
If Bruno leaves,
don't be silly.
Newcastle fall apart.
You're not a one-player team, are you?
No, but he's the passion these 21-year-olds are coming in are going to look to him to go, when it gets hard against Liverpool, they're going to look to him to go, right, he can pull us through this. Who's our captain going to be? Lewis Smiley, Dan Burn, because he had a good World Cup, Nick Pope.
Did he?
You've got
Lewis Hall.
It could be the stumbling blocks for Eddie Howe because it doesn't fall on the players.
Mike, you're not going down.
On his head.
Impossible.
I think Sunderland, I said it last season. Sunderland will do it twice. Think it could happen again. I know there's going to be Newcastle fans screaming at the radio, but I'm just not optimistic about this season ahead. I think KSR has absolutely strangled her.
Yeah.
Michael, if it is to go the way you said, right, does Eddie Howe get a pass for this year then?
I think he needs to. I think he needs to be given the pass to be. He needs to be given the time to bed these players in. You said about James Trafford. We've just got a new goalkeeper, Owen Jowan or some French goalkeeper, I think he is. But we weren't looking at that at James Trafford. Apparently, they eased off with that. But I think Eddie Howe, there's got to be some sort of limit of, right, it's not working, you've reached it, we're going to have to give it to someone else. But who would you give it to is another question.
Okay. Well, thank you for your call. Sounded a bit stressed there, didn't he? Like he was carrying a heavy load.
I can't believe they think they're going down.
No, I don't think they do. I think that's just a knee-jerk reaction. They're not going down. There's no way Newcastle will go down. And I'm not just saying that's a double bluff. I like Newcastle. I love the fans that phone in. There is not a chance Newcastle will go down. Not a chance.
I agree.
Still to come, we'll be hearing from Jurgen Klippity-Klopp on his first day as German gaffer. First, it's time for No Googling Part 2. Simple one. We want to know who the only two German players Klopp used during his time at Liverpool. How nice is that? Who the only two German players Klopp used during his time at Liverpool? That is an unbelievable question. The answer to that and so much more, he says in a high-pitched voice. Coming up on Drive and Talk Sport after this.
If it is true That is the one for Tottenham, the one that got away. If you think about what Abramovich did to Chelsea, did to Premier League football, did to world football, he was a benefactor.
He turned you into a big
monster. Yeah,
he
turned us into a monster.
Yeah, he did, because you wasn't a big club before him. It was an average size.
I mean, we certainly, if you want to do this, which I don't suggest you should, but if you want to do this, in the 10 years prior to Abramovich, Chelsea won more than you've won in the Premier League era.
Up the shells.
In the 10 years.
Honestly, you and Cundy.
In the 10 years, because you can't let it go. You say one thing and I just
one thing. Like, I literally just said one thing and that was it. Like, bang, I got the fishing rod out.
Yeah. In the 10 years prior to you have. In the 10 years prior to Abramovich taking over Chelsea, so just go the 10 years prior to that, Chelsea won more than Tottenham have in the entire Premier League era. So you want to, when that run.
Would you win the Cup Winners' Cup?
We won. We did win the Cup Winners' Cup.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Good trophy.
We did win the Cup Winners' Cup. Yes,
Good
we did.
trophy. We won the Audi Cup.
We won the FA Cup. We won the League Cup. We won the Super Cup, beating Real Madrid in Monaco. Gus Poyet scoring the winner. We didn't lose to Tottenham at home for 27 years. A lot of that record obviously stretched into that pre-Abramovich period.
Yeah.
We didn't. I mean, we were calling it 3-point lane.
Been 3-point lane for a while.
We were calling it 3-point lane way before Roman Abramovich came along.
Still is for you.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Turn it up a bit. You like it? Let's bit of Maxi Priest. Huh?
There's a lot happening in this room. Shouldn't be happening.
What's happening in the room?
It's not the.
You can if that's how you want to do it. Yeah, listen, there's a part of me that loves you, Troy. Anything right?
There's not a part of me that loves you.
You don't love me at all. I want to turn it down a bit, Adam. You don't love me at all. A little bit.
No, I think you're a nice guy.
Yeah, but a little bit
good
of love.
solid bloke.
A little bit of love, right?
Not enough room in his heart for that.
That's a good name for an album, isn't it? Not enough room in this. That's like country and west now. There ain't no room in this damn old heart for that. Before the break, I asked a question. Who are the only two German players Jurgen Klopp used during his time at Liverpool?
You know, we got it out there as well.
Go on, who got it?
I got it. Emre Can.
You didn't get it out there.
Yes,
Do you
I did.
cheat? Do you cheat?
No.
Okay.
And the goalkeeper, Karius, who I was told,
Karius, yeah.
who I was told was Belgium. So I thought, oh, I got it wrong. And then after they Googled it, I was right.
He was German, was he?
Yeah.
Right. He was in goal in the Champions League final, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
For
what I
those
said.
calamities.
Exactly why I remembered him.
Yeah.
And Emre Can, who scored an overhead kick past us at Watford.
Oh, right.
One of the best goals I've ever seen live.
All right, nice.
So, yeah.
If someone scores a great goal against you, do you ever go up to him and go, "It's a great goal, mate"?
You go, yeah, that was.
Do you? Do you say that?
Yeah, not straight away. You got to get the anger out first.
Okay.
First, you blame your defenders for things that they could never have done.
Right.
Like, just head it.
Why don't you just stop the overhead kick going in the top corner? Okay.
Exactly that. And then you realise, no, actually, that was pretty good.
Do you talk to other players? Do you ever say, like, you fancy a beer later after the game?
Nah.
You ever do that?
Nah. I don't really like many people. I don't know if you
Do you
noticed
not?
that.
You don't?
Nah.
Do you like me?
Yeah.
I'm on the good list.
You're cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just like what I like.
Yeah.
Stay out of the way.
You like your privacy? Your home?
Yeah, I love home.
Yeah.
I just like to
When was the last time you went out for dinner, you and the missus and some friends? You booked a table, you went to a restaurant, Saturday night.
Oh, the last time I went out for food was with you guys.
Yeah, in America.
Yeah, and then last time I went out with the missus for food.
Yeah, with some friends. Come on, let's go down the lovely restaurant, we're taking some friends out for dinner.
Nearly a year ago now.
Wow, you don't do that a lot. I do that.
Not a lot, no.
I do that most weekends.
She's an amazing cook, like I said yesterday. If she's great at it, why am I going to stop her?
I know, but sometimes maybe give her the night off. She might want to not cook. You've been so good, let's go to, I don't know, McDonald's.
That doesn't sound right, does it? I'll give her the night off cooking.
It doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
Let's quickly move on, shall we? Still coming up to some with the best of talkSPORT. Now, Jurgen Klopp, I mentioned him a moment ago, officially been announced as a new German gaffer. He replaced Julian Nagelsmann, who resigned after being knocked out of the World Cup in the last 32 by Paraguay. Klopp spoke to the media for the first time earlier today and began with a warning to the press.
Aber normal, ich mach das nicht gegen euch.
The day you don't want me anymore, I'm gone, without any severance pay. If you say tomorrow that he's I'm gone. If you behave badly and don't leave my family in peace, I'm gone. Criticize me if something doesn't work. I'm happy to work on it. It's all about the job. Jurgen Klopp doesn't have a career after the national team. Ideally, this is the highlight of my career.
That was very similar to your presser when you joined talkSPORT, wasn't it? That time? What do you make of that from Klopp? Is it a good way to start your time in charge?
I think it's very Jurgen Klopp. He's letting you know the tone from the start.
Yeah, I like that.
This job is great for me. Hopefully, it's the highlight of my career. But hey, I think he stepped away from Liverpool to be with his family, to start enjoying that. And he still wants to protect that. So don't be following my family around with cameras. Don't be asking personal questions. Let's just leave this to the football, and I'll do the best job there.
Do you think when a manager comes out and says it, and I admire him for that, that the press will take any notice of that? Well, they go, we were going to follow him around at the weekend, but now we know that he doesn't want that. We won't.
You would like to think so. You'd like to think there's that level of respect there. I'm sure if they did it the proper way, asked for interviews and things like that, he wants to just be in control of it. And I think maybe he's seen things with previous German national coaches where he's like, I don't want that. And he's probably spoken to their German FA and said, listen, if that's going to happen,
yeah,
I'm out. I don't need it. And he doesn't need the money, does he? So
No.
Fair play to him. I like it. Just set his stall out early. This is what you're going to get with me. This is what I expect. By the way, these are the non-negotiables. Don't do that. As a player, I respect it because you know where you stand. So, yeah. And anyone who doesn't, from a journalistic point of view, well, then that's on you.
Yeah,
and you're going to look bad. Not
I've
him.
told you.
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
told you good. Well, we wish him well. Right, let's have a little
Not
look
too
at
much.
a few. No, not too much. You're right.
Wish him
well
well
up to
enough.
when we play Germany. Yeah, you're right. Let's talk about a few of the movers and shakers, or possible movers and shakers in the transfer world. Let's start with Arsenal because they're reportedly considering John Stones on a freebie and Aston Villa's Ezri Konsa as centre-back options in the summer.
Ooh.
Let's start with Konsa. How highly do you rate him? Is he Arsenal's level? Is he good enough?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good player. I think he's a solid centre-back. Obviously gives you that option to play at right back, and as we know, Arsenal like to play 4 centre-backs anytime.
Yeah.
So that works. I prefer that than John Stones. I think John Stones doesn't add too much value to Arsenal. I think he adds more value to Chelsea. With that young dressing room, he can tell them, this is how you do it, this is what you expect. But I don't see him adding too much value to Arsenal.
Why? As in he's not going to... Do you think Ezri Konsa's better than John Stones?
No, I think Ezri Konsa's more healthy than John Stones in terms of availability. Offers you right back as well as centre back.
Okay.
Also, I think John Stones has... What's he going to tell to a team that's just won? They've just won it. I don't need you to tell me how to win because we just done it. I don't need you to tell us how Pep Guardiola did it because we don't play that style of football.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? There's not a lot he can add value-wise, I don't think, to Arsenal.
Strength-wise, does he make him better, John Stones?
He's again, respectfully, he's played 20 games in 2 years.
Yeah.
Played 20 games, started 11 in 2 years.
Okay. He needs to be a fit John Stones, I suppose.
He does.
Let's move on to his former club, Man City, because Enzo Maresca is reportedly interested in Enzo Fernandez and right back Malo Gusto from his...
Gusto,
excuse me, from his side in Chelsea in the summer.
Wow.
What does City need this summer if they're going to get the title back from Arsenal?
Not Gusto.
No? You're not a fan of his?
Not at all.
Does that surprise you they're going in for him?
Again, managers have their players who they appreciate and like. Gusto for me is not that. I think Chelsea would send him up there. They'd carry him up there, say, go on, you could have him. Enzo's an interesting one. Is Enzo better than what they've got in those areas?
I just feel that Chelsea fans can't stand him anyway.
Yeah. Also, I think how much are going to cost to get him out?
Was it 115 they paid for him? Something ridiculous.
I don't see that one happening. I don't see that one happening.
No.
But Enzo will get one player that he wants because that's normally what happens, isn't it? Why are you putting face?
No, I'm putting face because unbelievably, Ipswich have made it into this section of the show.
Oh, there is a shock.
How is that?
They signed another championship player.
Well, Celtic forward.
Oh, championship player.
Maida. Is that how you pronounce his name? Dejan Maida. Has completed a medical ahead of his 10.
10 mil.
Is that 100 million? Have you dropped a note? It's just 10, is it? £10 million move to Portman Road.
See, if you had a long throw, it'd be worth 20.
Yeah, it would. It'd go up. Another 100%. Arguably, it says they're Celtic's best player, leaving what is likely to be a relegation scrap next season. Okay, fair play. Would you do the same? You leaving Celtic and Champions League football?
I'm not leaving Celtic
to be playing Championship football in a year's time.
I'm not leaving Celtic for Ipswich. I understand there's money, right?
Are you not? Here's the question: are you leaving Scottish football to play Premier League football?
Am I leaving winning the league,
I think
Champions League football, to be in a relegation battle? No.
I think you
Celtic's a much bigger club. Much bigger club.
Celtic, that's never ever going to be an argument.
Yeah.
But the Premier League's much bigger.
I'm downgrading.
But wouldn't you like to put yourself in the shop window of the Premier League?
Like who?
Let me ask you this:
Who in the last other than who else?
Liam Delap's a prime example. He scored 12 goals. They went down. He went to Chelsea.
Yeah.
If you scored 12 goals for Celtic, you ain't going to Chelsea.
No, I agree. But if he scores 12 goals this season for Ipswich,
who?
What's the lad's name you said?
Maida.
If he scores 12 goals for Ipswich this season in the Prem, Man U should sign him, and I'll go halves on the fee. Ipswich might not score 12 goals this year.
Oh, they will, Troy. True. I'd love them to get less than that.
Oh, everybody's like fuming there, but
I would love
Joe, our producer, is the biggest Ipswich fan.
I've got nothing against Ipswich. It's just Joe.
Yeah, and I'm the same. I got friends who work there, but just
I quite like it. We went down there. They were
lovely
people.
It
was fantastic.
Fabio Wardy, a massive friend of mine as well. He's a big fan, but Joe's just. He gets on my nerves. There's no need to even talk about Ipswich in this segment.
Joe, stop saying silly things in my Champions League this season. We're going to win the league. You're going down, all right? You're probably favourites to go down. I would rather.
We've got a little bet. Am I allowed to say? Our bet.
Go on.
Yeah. So he's so confident that they're going to stay up.
Yeah.
That if they do stay up, I will give £1,000 to him and £1,000 to charity.
All right, Joe, you'll probably donate your thousands to charity as well.
He definitely will.
He says absolutely not.
And then if it's not, and they go down like we expect him to, he has to buy me lunch.
Where though?
Wherever I choose.
Marks and Sparks.
Wherever I choose.
Where will you choose?
I don't know.
Can you do me a favour and choose Australia?
But yeah,
New York.
Little £100 somewhere.
All right.
Nice little lunch.
Joe,
and he's so confident that
they're going down, man. They're going down. Sadly, you've lost that bet. Yeah, okay. When we come back, we will have fun with the.
Sorry, before we go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
There's a little transfer that's not anywhere around.
Go for it.
But I'm going for it. Is there a world in where Arsenal keep dragging their feet with Bruno Guimaraes and Chelsea just come in over the top?
Oh yeah, we've seen that a million times.
Chelsea just come in and go, there's 80, 85, get it done.
Yeah, get it done. That wouldn't surprise me. They've done it for so many times to so many clubs, haven't they?
Yeah. I just wonder
why is that in your head?
I just was talking about that move earlier, and I feel like Arsenal fans are going, 70, the majority are going 70, 75 million, that's about it. But just Chelsea haven't been great in midfield. No. Lavia's always injured. Enzo potentially moving on. Do you just go, bosh, there's 85, get it done?
Get it out, put it on the table. Your wallet, I mean. When we come back, the best bits of talkSPORT. I meant wallet.
Jurgen Klopp has today been appointed as the new national team manager. As a Liverpool fan, would you spend the money on Diamonde as a sort of up-and-coming prospect, or would you go for Barcola as the ready-made replacement for Mo Salah?
I'm not sure on Barcola. I'd probably Diamonde. I like him. But it's 110 million quid for potential. Mm. When you're paying 110 million quid for potential nowadays, I don't love that. And that's a problem. And that's where the market is, unfortunately. So it's a tough one. Liverpool have to replace Salah. They need wide players. Now they're talking about some player from Monaco who's probably would have been fifth choice at the start of the summer. So Liverpool fans would probably spontaneously combust if that's the only signing that came in those positions. I don't think they'll get Diamonde. I think that's PSG all over. So then you're going to go for Barcola now, who Arsenal want as well. Yeah. And he's a very, very good player, but he's not in the PSG side, is he? 99% of the time. So he's in and out. I don't know. I'm torn. Is there any other options, I would say, to the recruitment department at Liverpool?
Jurgen Klopp, by the way, just rounding off that conversation, one of his standout quotes today.
I love that.
I'm not doing this job for you. I'm for myself. I'm doing it for you, the German fans.
No,
he knows exactly what to say.
That wasn't the quote I saw. The one I like was, if you go after my family, I'm gone. If you think I'm rubbish, tell me to my face and I'll leave immediately. I love the way he's preconditioning the media to behave themselves and bow. In other words, I'm here, I'll do it my way, and for any reason I get sniff of anything from you or the fans, I'll just walk.
Anthony Joshua is on the road to destiny. But first, there is danger. Prenga, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. And AJ knows, one moment, one mistake, one punch will change history. AJ is back. But there is danger before destiny.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, Troy Deeney is here in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Absolute tune, apparently, for Crookie. This is. Turn it up.
Just when I thought I got him to fall in love with
You like country and western?
I can't say I'm a big fan.
No?
Seems alright.
It's quite nice, isn't it? What's the matter? Go on.
You want nice songs? You wanted upbeat.
This is nice. I don't mind a bit of country and western.
Okay.
It's alright, isn't it? Bit of Garth Brooks. Who's this? It's not Garth Brooks, it's a woman.
She's from
Emma Langley. She's from Texas, I can tell. Love it. That is definitely for Crookie. Dallas the Hat. Where's Dallas the Hat now? Where's that been retired to?
No, I meant to call Crookie back earlier, actually.
Pardon, so you took a big.
I was meant to call Crookie back, actually. You just reminded me.
What for? Do you want to call him now? Should we call him on the show?
I've got some business to talk.
Oh, yeah. What's all that about? I know what that. He wants to work in America, doesn't he?
I don't know.
He's loved over there now by about 8 people. 7 more than over here. Still to come, we're hearing your voice, noticing what's happening, Benny. Just quickly, Roger is expected to miss the start of the new season. He needs surgery to help deal with a back issue. And we can get an update from the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. John Cushin, the brilliant John Cushin, is watching for talkSPORT. Jonathan?
Thank you. 2 medals on day 1 of the Games for Team England, a gold and a bronze in the powerlifting. Mark Swan upgrading his silver from 4 years ago. Olivia Broom getting the bronze. Right here at the gymnastics, which is now happening behind me. It's actually next door to the Celtics Parkhead. I wouldn't leave here for Portman Road either, let's be honest. But look, Rhys McClanahan, the Olympic champion and 2018 Commonwealth gold medalist, wants his pommel horse title back. He's told me here at the Glasgow International Arena he has 1 goal, and that is gold. He recorded 14.5 in qualification. England and Canada favourites for the men's team gold are now in action as we speak. England's Luke Whitehouse is the European champion on the floor. He's just been on the floor behind me. Now, England's Adam Ramsey-Petey is safely into the semis of the men's 100 metres breaststroke at Tollcross, which is across the park from here tonight. Also, Duncan Scott of Scotland and Tom Dean of England go head-to-head in the 200 metre individual medley final. Watch out for that. As well as Katie Shanahan and Scotland's Holly McGill in the 200 metre backstroke as well. And we've got 2 England boxers who won in the bantamweight earlier. 2 more fight tonight, and 2 Scots also in action in the SEC arena. It's going to be a big night. It's Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. Natalie Sawyer here from 7, and it's live on talkSPORT.
Commonwealth Games update on talkSPORT with BYD. Dare to dream with BYD and the Commonwealth Games.
Thanks for that. It's time for this. Yeah, it's time for the best of talkSPORT and Friends, where we run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Why don't we kick things off with this morning's breakfast show, Troy? Good question. Siobhan Hearn and Dean Saunders were discussing music.
My favourite group is Atomic Kitten. It is. 3 Scousers. Brilliant. Looking back on when we first met. Remember that one? Class. Atomic Kitten. Where have they gone? If they were in concert, I'd go and watch them.
Eric Katona does stage shows, I know, with Katie Price, because apparently they're good crack.
I'm going to give that one a miss. Remind me. Write this down. Don't go to that concert.
I don't think you need to write that down to remember. What's your musical guilty pleasure? I think we asked you that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm old school, so bit of Barry White.
All right.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
nice.
a bit of Luther Vandross.
What's now you're talking. What song did you used to listen to before a game? Good question. In the dressing room.
I had a mixture. Yeah, I had a mixture.
Right.
Very, very aggressive music towards.
Go on, like what?
Probably some rap.
Bit Run DMC.
No.
Go on, bit what?
So probably some UK drill, maybe.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Love a bit of drill.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, I can name some drills.
Go on.
Black and Decker. Would you go and see Katie Price in concert?
No, not at all.
No, okay, fine.
Would you?
No. A reminder that the Breakfast Show returns on Monday morning from 6 a.m. with Andy Goldstein. Alongside Troy Deeney on Monday. I've got a whole host of guests. You're Monday, right? Yep. 6 a.m. What a great week it's going to be. Stay with the Breakfast Show.
You do some shifts, you.
Yeah, I know I do. Thanks.
You don't get paid anywhere near enough. Anywhere near enough.
Give me a high five there. Good work. Management listening. They were discussing the Commonwealth Games, Troy's favourite.
Dean Saunders said out loud this morning, some things you should keep to yourself, that he reckons he could get a medal in any event at the Commonwealth Games with about a month's training.
I never said that.
You did say that. You said, give me a month and I'd win a medal at the Commonwealths and whatever.
Not like judo. I've got no chance, have I? Some of these fellas are like absolutely freaks of nature strong. No chance.
So why did you say
bowls? I could win the bowls if I had a month's training.
I don't think bowls in the Commonwealth Games, is it? Oh, it is. Is it really? Okay. Could you ever win, if you're going to win a gold or try and win a medal right now, you're going to train for 6 months, what are you going for? What
in the Commonwealth?
Yeah.
I don't know, but every time we speak about it, it could put a glass eye to sleep, couldn't it? It's so boring.
But you've got to train for one. I had an idea when the 2012 Olympics came out that I would train for one event.
Go on.
And try and win like a year, and the programme was going to be called Going for Goldstein. But it didn't get picked up. Thought it was quite a good idea, no?
Like your podcast, get dropped.
No, I dropped it. All right, don't listen to Bentley. It's my decision. I can bring it back whenever I want. At least I got one. What's the heaviest thing you could lift? What's the heaviest thing you could lift?
Your wallet. No.
I've been carrying about 18 stone this week. A reminder, the Weekend Breakfast Show returns tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with Katie Shanahan and Tony Cascarino. Joe, have I got time for one more? He says, yeah, of course, it's Friday, no one's listening. Let's finish with today's 10 till 1, Joe. Alex Crook was clearly delighted to be alongside Darren McAntony again.
Yeah, Darren back once again, third day on the spin. And I can see that you're a ball of energy this morning, despite the fact you've only had 4 hours sleep.
Yeah, working hard last night. So don't worry, I'll be bringing it today. The runner's getting the coffee at the moment for me, so I'll be supercharged.
The first of about 6 between
now
and
very important today.
1 o'clock this afternoon.
I've got to keep people awake when I've got to listen to you all day, so it's very important.
He's not wrong. What's the maximum number of coffees you can have in one day?
I've never had a coffee. We spoke about this yesterday.
Yeah, that's very bizarre.
You pushed the limits yesterday. I think you had 6, maybe even 7.
And a Red Bull.
Yeah, that I was worried for your heart yesterday.
Oh, listen, the good thing was I flew home in the end. Didn't have to get on London transport.
What's the most you've ever had in a day?
What, espressos?
Yeah, caffeine.
I'm going doubles, so I probably had at least 5 doubles. When I did Sports Bar, I was having double espressos.
Does your ticker not start going a bit dodgy?
This is not mine. I borrowed it off a bloke in Reading. I used to come down on the other side of that. I used to get home and have whiskey. It was not a good blend. Not a good blend at all.
Not at all.
What's your number one tip for getting out of bed in the morning, Troy Deeney? What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Open your eyes.
Second thing? Don't answer that. Of course, you can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2, and all of our other sister stations. When we come back, my favourite part of any show ever, it's What's Happening, Deeney. Can't wait for that. It's coming up right after this.
Obviously, you've got Kai Havertz, who was missing for most of last season. He's back and available and can play either as your centre forward or off your centre forward, which again shows a little bit more congestion in that kind of attacking midfield role. So I think when you zoom out, bigger picture, the squad still has enough. It has a lot of depth, but I think the reason there's a bit of nervousness around the Arsenal fan base right now is because we see an opportunity. We win the league for the first time in 22 years. Manchester City have lost Pep Guardiola. He's moved on. Maresca's a great coach, but is he Pep Guardiola? I'm not sure he is. In fact, I'm certain he's not. You look at Liverpool, new coach starting the project again. Chelsea under Alonso. Really good coach, but they're going to need time. Man United are not quite there yet. There's an opportunity for Arsenal to not just consolidate, but to take another step and dominate for a period of time. And I think that's why there's a nervousness around this transfer window. Last year, it was about, can we do the business to get us over the line? We've done that. Now it's about, can we do the business
Champions League?
Yeah, to consolidate our position and to dominate. And I think that's why people are quite anxious at the minute.
See, why can't all Arsenal fans be like Harry? You know, not yeah. Don't be like Piers Morgan, Joel Bayer, Troops, all these prats that ruin it for the good Arsenal fans. I love speaking to you, Harry. Proper Arsenal fan.
Good on you, Harry.
Thank you very much, mate. But listen, every Arsenal fan's got their view, and you know, we're a passionate bunch.
Even that,
and
you should be a politician with that.
No. Harry, we want to speak to you only, mate. The others are idiots.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
And a warm welcome back to the last hour of Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Troy Deeney's here. He's here somewhere. Still to come, we'll be joined by Spencer.
I have no opinion.
Yeah, a bit late. We'll be joined by Spencer Oliver, live from Saudi Arabia. But of course, it's time now for this.
What's up, Deeney? What's up, Deeney?
What's up? Yes, what's happening, Deeney? This is the part of the show where we give you the dance floor to our former Premier League striker, Troy Deeney. Anything your heart desires. All show, I've been saying, send in questions. And you've done it. Shall we start with the first one, Troy? I think that's probably best. Are you ready? Let's go for it.
What's happening, Deeney? Liam here from Cardiff. Would you rather Jamie Vardy's career or Harry Kane's? Cheers, lads. Love the show.
I don't even know why that's a question.
Why?
Why? Well, they're both won the league title.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's England's
the Prem.
Yeah, Harry Kane's England's all-time record goal scorer.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy's not.
But Jamie Vardy has gone from working in a factory,
Yeah.
to being a cult hero and playing for the national team and winning the league.
I mean, Harry Kane's gone from Leyton Orient to Norwich.
But he was always coming through at Spurs.
Okay. Cool. Listen, your question.
I know, but you instantly were like...
Well, I thought it was a silly
poo-pooing
question.
it.
I was poo-pooing it.
Somebody
poo-pooing
has
it.
gone out of their way to send us a message, and you went, "I'm better than that." Why are you better than that person?
Look at me.
Honestly, I would much prefer Jamie.
Okay, that's a great answer. Explain why then.
I just think it's more, relatable to myself. I love the underdog story. Wasn't meant. Harry does have that to an extent.
Yeah.
But Jamie's done it his way, and has had fun along the way, and has absolutely lived the Roy the Rovers' dream.
Yes, yeah.
So again, both unbelievable careers.
Do you know him?
No, enough. Not enough to be like we're mates, but I know.
Who's the most famous person in your phone? Apart from me, who's it? Don't roll your eyes at me. Who is it? Look at me, Troy. Who is it? Honestly.
From what?
Who you consider to be top of that list?
Sir Elton John?
Have you got Elton John? Why have you got Elton John somewhere there?
Watford.
Will you give it to me?
No.
Oh, don't go breaking my heart. On to the next one, please.
So cheesy.
What's up, Deeney? Happy Friday, lads. Great show as always. Obviously, Troy, you're remembered for that famous championship playoff goal. Is that your favourite goal you ever scored because of the circumstances, or is there another? Cheers, lads. Bye.
Good question.
Good question. No, it's not my favourite. I appreciate it more now I'm retired than I did when I was playing. My favourite would be my first ever Premier League goal away at Stoke.
All right, describe it to me.
I did a little flip round a corner, faked a 1-2, turned out, the defender slipped, took an extra touch and passed it into the far.
Why is that your favourite? Because it's the first one.
It's the first one. It was at Stoke. Do you remember there was always like, can you do it on a cold day at Stoke, all of that stuff?
Yeah. What day was it?
I believe it was the weekend.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a cold Tuesday, rainy night.
No,
but still.
but I did do that as well. And also, I think it was like game 7, maybe game 8 of the Prem, and I hadn't scored before then. I was playing really well, but the questions were starting to ring. Can he do it in the Prem, or is he just a Championship player?
Okay.
So to score that one meant a lot.
Bentley can remember every single goal he ever scored. Can you? Is that something strikers always do?
You can kind of remember most of them, but also Bentley was a bit of a softie, wasn't he? So he didn't take as many digs to the back of the head like I did.
Oh,
so
you're damaged.
Definitely.
Just going back to the other thing, what would happen if we FaceTimed Elton John now?
Hopefully he wouldn't answer.
Can we try it?
No.
Why? You scared?
No.
You chicken?
No.
Are you scared? If you're scared, just go, Andy, I'm scared, and we'll move on.
Andy, I'm not scared.
Should we do it?
But also, I just respect the man's privacy. How do you know what he's doing?
He'll refuse to pick it up, surely. That's how phones work, right?
No, he's a nice guy. And he knows if I call, then I need something. So
No, you don't need it. Just, Elton, how you doing? You all right? See you later.
We got a few people in the phone book.
Who else can we call someone between now and the end of the... Who else can we call?
Who do you want to call? Should we call Conor Ben? Should we give Conor a call?
No, we've had Conor on the show before. I'm going, let's go big.
You don't like Conor like that.
No, I love Conor. But if you've got Elton John to Conor, I'm like, there's someone in between. There must be a big old name.
AJ's about to fight.
Yeah, he won't pick up.
Can't call him. Who do you want to call? Tell me you want.
Elton.
Piers Morgan?
No, definitely not Piers Morgan.
You like Piers?
I love Piers, but no.
Piers is a good guy.
Go on. Can I go through your phone in the ad break and then I'll go, can we call him when we come back?
Yeah, him or her.
Him or her?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Right on to the next one.
Deeney! It's Sadge from Solihull. My question is, in your days at Watford, did you ever meet the legend that is Sir Elton John? And if so, what was he like? And did you ever get starstruck? Cheers. All the best.
We've got to call him now. You must have met Elton John.
Yeah, a few occasions.
Yeah?
Yeah, he'd call after we won big games.
You ever seen him in the dressing room?
Yes, when he had the he had a stand named after him, so he was there before the game.
All right.
Seen him a few times, and then had him on a podcast that I did in lockdown.
Was
as
it
well.
you that had him on the training field? Was that you? Who was that? There was one player that he was on the training field. He thought he'd take part in it.
Yeah.
And he
That probably would have been
collided into him, like took his ankles out.
That would have probably been like the 80s. And
Oh right, okay.
When he was there.
That wasn't you.
That definitely wasn't me. But no, he's a great guy, great football man. Obviously, he's a legend for the music, but football wise, he's very very good.
When was the last time you spoke to Sir Elton?
12 months ago.
Do you think if you FaceTimed him, do you think he would pick up?
I don't know. I don't think I'm that important in his life. But
He might go, oh my God, it's Troy. I'm listening to Troy now on talkSPORT.
He's definitely not, but
he might be.
Might be. You never know.
Maybe him and David having a little listen.
Maybe one of the drivers has got it on.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Good question. On to the next one.
What's up, Deeney? Best moment in football for me, Deeney. I want to know who's the one centre half or defender in general, Championship, Premier League, that you looked forward to playing against. Yeah, I'd love to know who's the one defender you always felt like you had the edge over. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
nice question.
It's a great
So
question.
you see the team sheet and you go, oh, can't wait to play against him. I always have a good game. Or did you have a team where you thought, I'm always going to score against them?
Yeah, always thought I was going to score against Leeds because that was my dad's team. So,
Right.
Don't know. Just scored a lot against Leeds. I used to enjoy playing against like Ashley Williams, one of the smaller centre halves as well.
Is he small? So I've met him a few times. He's considered small, is he?
Yeah, he's like, was he 6 foot?
Yeah. What are you?
If he's listening to
6'4"?
this, he's 5'8".
Yeah. What are you, about 6'4", 6'3"?
I'm 6'1".
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed most of them. The only
Who's the
one-
hardest player?
JT, Virgil van Dijk, or Vincent Kompany. Any one of those.
You ever play against Stam?
No, because I'm not as old as you.
Oh, right, okay. I can't remember.
When did you have Stam leave?
I can't remember. I don't remember when you played.
Like
when
2002 or something.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I was still at school. It was fine.
Oh, yeah, 2002. Is that 23? Oh, yeah. Wow, blimey. Is it that long ago?
Yeah. So anyway.
All right, okay. Should we go on to the next one?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's do it.
What's up, Deeney? Who was the best footballer you ever played with at Watford?
Oh, well, the guys who go for it. For me, Gerard Deulofeu. Unbelievable. Obviously came through at Barcelona. Had a brief spell at Everton, AC Milan, and then came to us. And then, unfortunately, he's still trying to get back to fitness now. I think he's had like one of those crazy injuries, 1 in 10,000 infection type stuff in his knee. But wow, what a player.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Joe just said he might be better than João Pedro.
Yeah. João was like 18, 19, but João was always going to be good. But this guy was special.
Did you ever play with someone you thought they're going to be a little bit special when they're older and it never happened for them? Is that quite common?
Yeah, a few times.
It is.
You see somebody training, you're like, oh, wow, he's unreal. And
Yeah.
you put them in a real game situation and they just freeze.
For what reason? Too big an occasion?
Fans, a lot of time they're scared to make a mistake. And then the second part with that is just the other team aren't as like accommodating as you would be in training. In training, it's very deliberate what you're going to do.
Okay.
The opposition are like actually thinking and they're like, oh, why ain't that working? But there's some players. But I was fortunate. I played with some top players along the way. So
On to the next one, please.
What's up, Blue Nose? Hi, Troy. Villa fan here. You're 30. You're playing for Watford. I've got one big move left. You have got 2 clubs coming for you. You have Birmingham City, your beloved Blues. You could go and sign for them to finish your career in the Championship. Or you sign for the Don Juan Unai Emery, go to the mighty Villa Park and play in the Premier League or the Champions League. What you saying, bruv?
First off, did you do that on the toilet? Because I was echoing all over.
It was
the place,
probably,
so,
yeah.
but,
I
so
think he did do that on the toilet, actually.
So please don't ever do that again.
Right. Okay.
Secondly,
lesson for all of us there.
There was only one place I'm going.
Villa, yeah, obviously.
Blues. We know the score. We know the score.
Even if they were in the second division, the 4th tier.
Absolutely. It's my hometown club.
Right.
And obviously, what he failed to mention there is that I bashed Villa up a few times. So they would need me more than I
Did it? Did it feel a bit special when you scored against them?
Amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you ever score the winner against them?
A couple of times.
Did you?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Amazing. When they're like frothing at the mouth, swearing, throwing lighters and coins, and especially when you want to give them the coins back because they're obviously from the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah.
You know, their hero was Gabby. Let's put it that way.
And no one's hero should be Gabby. I think we need to make that perfectly clear.
It's like asking producer Joe, would he go to Norwich?
He would. He's got no morals, the fella.
Absolutely no chance.
All right, would you, for 100 grand a week, you go to Norwich? 100%. There you go.
For money, you'd turn.
He's got no morals, the fella.
No values.
He's doing it for 15 quid a week, aren't you, Joe? Yeah. They match your salary now, you're going just to play pro football. Good. Thank you if you took the time to send in a WhatsApp.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
When we come back, Elton John will be on our show live on FaceTime. Oh, we will.
I think United want to move on. He's obviously on a hefty wage. I'm amazed Saudi haven't come in. I'm amazed he hasn't gone out to Saudi.
I think he won it.
Well, again, Saudi pay a lot more than 300 grand a week for a player, obviously, who's playing for England and still in his prime. Yep. I'm very surprised Barcelona didn't do the deal. But then again, I expected him to do well at Barcelona. Most, average wingers would do well out there, the team they have. I don't know where he goes. If you were a Spurs, would you go for him?
That's the one that keeps nagging away in the back of my mind.
We'll take him for a loan.
Yeah.
And if he plays 23 games, you know what I mean, we'll obviously pay this fee and that fee. What United are going to have to probably end up doing is recuperating as much of that fee back and all the loan fees they've had the last 2 seasons and the next 2 seasons. So I'm thinking Spurs. They've got a few more experienced Premier League players they've signed.
And De Zerbi's the type of manager that feels he can.
I'm not sure
he feels he can fix players.
I'm not sure he'd put up with.
Really?
And then you'd worry about the London life, wouldn't you? So
yes, you would.
There's all those things. Rashford is incredibly talented. And you look at him and go, what are you doing with your career? You should be dominating. You should be dominating world
Even
football.
that World Cup, he comes on, doesn't he, the first game, scores a brilliant goal against Croatia, arguably England's best performance in that second half. He played a part of that. Starts the next game, thinks the place out, and then never really gets his place back. Anthony Gordon becomes de facto left winger, not just for England, but at Barcelona as well.
And the place was there because Gordon wasn't good in game one. And it was there to be won. And you just look at Rashford and you go, you've got all the tangibles to be world class. What is the matter with you? But again, I would say he's been on nearly £500,000 a week for the last, since he's 23? Is it again too much too soon?
Anthony Joshua is on the road to destiny. But first, there is danger. Prenga, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. And AJ knows, one moment, one mistake, one punch will change history. AJ is back. But there is danger before destiny.
Now, this is my favourite tune of all time. Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. You're listening to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Troy Deeney, in partnership with Giacomo Styler Brands for every man. Still to come, we're joined by Spencer Oliver, live from Saudi Arabia. Just quickly, Jurgen Klopp started his time as German gaffer. Pep Guardiola turned down the Italian job. Now. From 7 o'clock, Natalie Sawyer hosts live coverage of the Commonwealth Games. It's an event, of course. It's an event, yeah. It is an event, isn't it? That's Greg Rutherford, by the way. Gold medalist Greg Rutherford.
Legend.
Alongside us and alongside Natalie from 7. How are you, Greg Rutherford?
I'm really
lovely to see you.
Thank you. It's really good to see you. It feels like it's been a while, actually. But I'm really excited about this. Me and Nat have just been out there chatting. Sort of, I don't really know her that well as well. So this is.
She's lovely. She's great.
Fantastic.
You're in great hands. Before we talk about what's coming up, the man to my left, Troy Deeney, hates athletics. Despises it. You do. You said, and I quote yesterday, what's the point of it?
What is the point?
Of athletics or just.
No, not athletics. I like.
Is that basically any sport bar football?
No, I like sprinting. Okay. I feel like when you
keep going, that's not the one.
You watch like the Olympics, you go watch the opening ceremony, then we watch the 100, 200 relay,
long jump.
Everything else in the middle.
Long jump.
Long jump.
Yeah, long jump.
You watch long jump.
I like. He's a legend. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's not what you said yesterday.
I
thought he was from Genesis.
I said, he's a legend. But if I'm gonna watch the long jump, honestly, I'd much prefer to be kicked in the knackers. Honestly.
What, then watch the long jump?
That's terrible. You say.
I don't get it. I know it's amazing. How did you get into it?
Yeah.
It's like a long run and then you fall.
It's like someone went
trip over it.
Jump into that sand over there. If someone did that in a building site, you'd go, he's a bit mad, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but obviously at school, I'm guessing at school you excelled at it, right?
Yeah. So I played all sports growing up. So football was my first love, I think.
That makes sense
for most people.
Yeah.
But I was always considered like the quick kid. So I was a sprinter.
Okay.
And then realised I wasn't quite quick enough. I could jump.
How quick do you have to be like fast? Because there's levels of fast.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be Olympic champion, so that was always my aim. And I knew, I mean, my fastest hour ran 10:2 for the 100. I probably could have.
At what age?
Quicker. That was when I was an adult. But bear in mind, like under what would be 18, so under 20s.
And that's not quick enough.
No, it's not quick enough. I mean, I was ranked 10th in the world at the 100 when I was ranked number 1 in the world for the long jump as a junior. I knew it was never going to happen.
Wow.
So
amazing.
Yeah, stuck with the long.
Did you get offered the triple jump?
Yeah, but that is a weird one. Like,
no
disrespect for Jonathan Edwards and everybody else. Like that, it's incredible. That is
even turning on themselves.
No, I agree with that.
I've been in here for 2 minutes. Oh, what have I done?
Like you having a go. That's like you having a go at 5-a-side, isn't it? I know it's a round ball, but it ain't the same.
There is one of those things. I guess certain events, and I do appreciate where you're coming from, because I think for people that aren't followers of things like track or other sports like that, when you just come in and have a quick look, you're a bit like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, what is
it's
happening?
also, for me, it's like cricket, right? I don't get the fascination with it. You can play for 5 days and still draw. Like, what was the point? We just wasted 5 days.
See, I now love cricket. So my other half, she plays for a women's team near my eldest son, plays for 3 age groups. So he's really excelling it.
Yeah. Really? How's that?
It has that, exactly. He is absolutely loving it.
He nearly went on that as well,
didn't he? and he absolutely loves it. And what I found for a spectator's point of view, I sit there, we have training on Friday, he plays, and he's playing tonight actually as well. And I sit there and I have a beer and I enjoy watching it.
More of a chilled
Exactly. So to watch it, I think, as a sport,
I think I could do all right if the kids were into anything. But they're not allowed to do anything other than...
You got a man to your left who not only won Olympic gold, you won Commonwealth gold, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It is. It was. Who did you beat in the Commonwealth? Australia.
Yeah, with Australia, South Africa. So we had two of the South Africans were really good at that time as well. We had.
Did they do breakdancing?
Pardon?
The Australians do the breakdancing again?
Not in the comms.
No, not in the comms.
Not in the comms. That was the Olympics.
Oh, the Olympics.
That was the Olympics. Yeah. So thankfully, it hasn't been added to the comms because I think after what happened in the Olympics,
it would.
Do you think there are some sports that should stay away from the Olympics?
Where do you stand on darts being in the Olympics?
Difficult one, isn't it? Like, yes, I think certain sports probably shouldn't be in it.
Yeah.
Golf, for example, I think is a good example because for the golfers, they don't particularly, not they don't care, but for them, it's not a big deal. So often some of the athletes won't go.
I was always under the impression that the Olympics was amateur.
Well, yes and no. Not anymore. No,
it's not, is it?
No, the thing is, to be a professional, you know, you can't try and become a professional football player, and like work a full-time job.
Yeah.
People do, and obviously, and they try, but then once they turn
In
professional,
the
they have
boxing,
to do it.
used to be like a real badge of honor, didn't it? Like if you won an Olympic gold,
I think it
you
still
were
is in
basically on to go. You get massive money, you get TV, all of that would come off it.
Yeah, I mean, we see it now. I mean, Usyk obviously was in the 2012 games.
Yeah.
Ant was as well. I mean, we've got these great books. I think for boxing is a great example of it being a stepping stone. When you say the Olympics are a stepping stone,
I get you, but
it's a difficult way of saying it, but it is that for them, that they have an opportunity for everybody to see them, for them to showcase their abilities, then to go out there and hopefully turn professional. So,
see, now listen to this. I may listen on the way home.
You should listen. A, it's Natalie and Greg, and B, it's Commonwealth Games. It's
They
great.
are a brilliant event.
Do you know there's another part to it as well?
Oh, okay.
It did bankrupt Birmingham as a whole city, so it leaves a little bit of a
Well, I think the other thing as well,
sour taste in
getting
my mouth.
behind Glasgow is a good thing from the point of view of, bear in mind, this was meant to be in Victoria in Australia.
Yeah.
They've pulled out relatively last minute. They've had to now pay Glasgow effectively to host this one. They've put something on really, really quickly. And
Someone have had to give Birmingham some money back or what? As prices have gone right down.
I think they're still broke from.
But that's often the
Where
case.
was it originally?
The Olympics was meant to be in Victoria in Australia.
Imagine if you got that ticket. I'm going to Australia, and you get. We've changed it. Oh yeah. Well, it's going to be Australia. So where are we going now? We're going to
Scotland.
Huh?
Go see your mate who's got the fishing tackle from earlier.
That just sounds
job
wrong.
on at half 11.
Again, Glasgow put an amazing show. So the comms that I won, Commonwealth Games that I won, was in 2014 in Glasgow.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
And so for me, there's an amazing connection.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We competed in Hampden Park though, which obviously was used for the football and everything else. And I will sort of say the amazing thing for me for that games in particular, my great granddad had played football for England on that exact stadium 100 years before I then went out there and competed for England in the.
Did he win?
Do you know what? I think actually they lost. I think it was like 1-0. I have to remember it was around. I mean, it's
what great
You know
connection.
what, for all of the stuff I'm not interested in terms of watching it. I do think the element of being a 0.1% athlete in the world is unbelievable. So we'll give you credit for that.
Well, the other
Greg, you weren't saying any of this yesterday. Honestly.
Just because I'm here now.
He actually said when Greg comes in, I'm walking out.
I said you can absolutely do this without me.
Most people do that, to be fair.
No.
No.
We've known each other a long time.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah,
we have. Yeah.
Who's the greatest? Who's the most famous person in your phone book? He's got Sir Elton John.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
No, Troy has.
Oh, have you? You got? Oh, of course, there's that Watford connection.
Yeah.
There you go,
Who have you got?
In fact, he just pulled his phone out.
Yeah, well,
you
must know.
I'm trying to check if I've still got a relatively famous sports person. I do.
Oh,
Tim Tebow is probably a
Oh,
relatively big one. He's a
NFL?
famous quarterback.
Oh, I had no idea who that is.
So, and he,
Was at
so
Florida,
that's
wasn't he?
that's probably one. He was, yeah, created the post game day. There are probably a few in there. Nobody that.
Glad you didn't read mine. That would have been embarrassing. Before I let you go, you've got basketball and the swimming when you're on later from 7.
I'll tell you what, I'm not watching now.
So you'll be listening to it.
Yeah, you'll be listening
I'll
to
put it on
There's some
full bed.
gymnastics as well. So there's medals to be won there. So we got 9 medals to be won in the swimming. I think a big one's going to be Duncan Scott versus.
How long does this last? A week. This one a week.
It'll be on till next Sunday.
Yeah.
So Tom Dean as well. Do you remember Tom Dean? He was on Street Come Dancing actually a couple of years ago.
Yeah, with Jane Torville.
Yes.
They won the gold, didn't they, on the ice skating? It's a different Dean, isn't it? Okay. Greg.
It's an idiot, isn't it?
Right.
This is what I have to
The
do
thing is,
all
as well,
week.
I'm trying to encourage people to come in.
They will listen.
They will. Stay on.
listen.
Honestly, don't turn it over.
They will listen.
It will be great because
You'll learn
some
a lot.
commentary from the sides and
You'll have a
we'll
great
chat about.
It'll be great. Make sure I'll be listening on the free download app. Make sure you listen on your way home, Troy.
What a company, man.
All right.
I haven't got my contract yet. I'm not doing nothing.
It's free to download. Cost you nothing.
Until I get my contract.
The contracts don't exist. Madman. Greg, you got yours? Don't answer that. Greg will be on with Natalie Sawyer from 7 o'clock. We look forward to that.
Thank you very
Good luck. What a lovely pleasure having you in the studio. More from me and Troy Deeney, the big fan of Commonwealth Games, right after this on Drive.
Let's just say something about Tottenham now. It's a big conversation because obviously it's about trophy wins, European Cups, all of those sort of things come into it. But in the modern world, it also comes down to support base. Money is so much involved, and Spurs are a big club, full stop. Of course, we're above someone like West Ham. We have got more support.
He had you above West Ham.
Globally. Well, I know, but he was almost fighting with that. You could also look at a support point of view globally. We would make Chelsea look tiny. They have had more recent success. Facts, they've had more success. But we also got to think about Tottenham history. First team to do a domestic double. First team to win the European Cup. We have history that can't be ignored in the same way that like Aston Villa.
Without being pedantic, people will be shouting at the radio, a European Cup, not the European Cup.
A European Cup, yes, apologies.
That's all right.
And I think that history is important. It really, really is. And I don't want to sound like I'm banging on about the past. We know what we've been. I'm a realistic Tottenham fan. I've seen it. Arsenal are a big club. Hate saying it, they're a big club. Bigger than us. I've got to say that as well, and that's going to upset people.
Rich, you do me a favour then. You rate them 1 to 4 first.
It'd have to be Arsenal.
Okay.
Gives me the up, but there you go.
Then who?
And you're not. It's controversial. I'm going to put us above Chelsea and then West Ham at the bottom.
You think Spurs are bigger than Chelsea?
As a club, as a supporting club, and all internationally supported, and all their clubs, 100%, yes, and history, yes.
Boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the tax man at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Good tune, I like it. We've got about 22 minutes left of our show. It's Drive, it's me, Andy Olsen, it's Troy Deeney. A reminder from us at 7, the wonderful Natalie Sawyer, she's wonderful, host of the Commonwealth Games special. This evening, as I'm sure you are aware, just former long jump world champion Greg Rutherford alongside. But now, this Saturday, Anthony Joshua's comeback starts. He faces Christian Prenga. So let's look ahead to the big fight now with our friends at DAZN.
Big fight build-up on talkSPORT with DAZN. Anthony Joshua's comeback starts this Saturday as he faces Christian Prenga. Watch only on DAZN Saturday Fight Night.
Yes, AJ faces Prenga. It's live on talkSPORT and DAZN tomorrow night. And ahead of the fight, AJ's been speaking to talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver and Adam Smith.
Fight number 34, 13 years as a pro. You seem in a good place, you're smiling again. Are you happy that this chapter of your career is now underway? They're calling it a comeback. I think it's a continuation, isn't it?
I agree. Continuation. I think for marketing purposes, comeback sounds better. But it's continuation of where we left off with. We had a good fight last year with the team and got the victory. And just continuing on that progression path, really. It's been challenging, but I think there's a lot of room for improvements. Yeah, a lot of room for improvements.
And we can cross to Saudi now, where the weigh-ins are about to take place. Spencer Oliver is, of course, there for talkSPORT and joins us live on Drive. Spence, can you hear me? Good afternoon, good evening.
Troy, Andy, how are you both doing? Yeah, I'm here at the promenade just moments before the weigh-in. Anthony Joshua. We're looking forward to seeing him. He's going to be coming in. He looked very lean to me, guys. I think he's going to be coming in possibly at a career lightest here against Christian Prenga. So what do we read into that?
I'll tell you what we read into. Someone's been in the gym. Look at your shoulders. What's happened to you, Spence?
Just a little workout this morning, mate. That was all it was. Little workout.
You're looking good,
by the way, I got back. I got married a couple of weeks ago as well, and you know I had to get in shape for that. I couldn't be walking down the aisle like a mess, could I? So, yeah, it's been an ongoing mission for the last 6 months or so.
You're looking very good. Go on, take your top off, Spence.
Mate, I'm not sure I'm allowed out here, if I'm honest, mate. So I think it's probably best not to. Any other country, mate, no problem at all.
That's a very good point.
Spencer,
Right.
I just want to say congratulations on the wedding, first and foremost.
Well done.
And then secondly, you're talking about AJ coming in light there. Is that due to the training with Usyk and his team and all of the aerobic stuff and the fitness that they want to put into the camp? But also, how does a lighter, faster AJ do against a faster Fury?
Well, I think that's where he's at his best. You know, I was speaking to one of his security that's very close to him, a guy called Joel, earlier on, and he was talking about AJ, you know, psychologically, he feels switched on when he's at a certain weight. And if you look through his career, when he's had his career best performances, you go back to Andy Ruiz too, when he come in at a career lightest of 16 stone 13, that was when he weighed in there, and it was all about movement, mobility, explosiveness. And I think training with Alexander Usyk and the team, they're looking to reinstall that, because as we know with Anthony Joshua, he's very explosive, very dynamic, very powerful. That's when he's at his best. But when we've seen him heavier, he's a little bit flat-footed and he's there to be caught. And as we know in heavyweight boxing, one punch and it's lights out. One thing Christian Prenga can do is whack. Out of his 20 victories, he's had 20 KOs. So I think tactically for Anthony Joshua, it would be all about movement, explosiveness, and looking to get the job done early.
What is the main point from Joshua's perspective? What does he need to take from this fight? He knows he can box, he knows he can knock people out, he's probably ready for Fury. What's the main reason he's fighting?
This is not a physical battle. We know that Anthony Joshua's always kept himself in shape. He's always phenomenal. He looks in peak condition all of the time because that's what he loves to do. He loves the gym. He's a gym rat. This is a mental battle. We know we know what he's been through in the last 6 months. It's been well highlighted, well documented. And for Anthony Joshua, it's all about whether he can still continue doing this. You know, there's a lot of pressure on him going into this one. They were two of his very closest friends and work colleagues as well. Them demons may reappear on the ring walk, and I think before the Tyson Fury fight, because this is like a semi-final, Tyson Fury now just coming off that victory over Mariusz Wach, we can get into that in a bit, but for Anthony Joshua, this is all about whether he can deal with all of that, and if he can, and he can do that, and he can put that behind him, he can move forward, you know, and box Tyson Fury. But that's a dangerous fight to go into with Tyson Fury, not knowing how you're going to be mentally.
Spence, a lot of the cynics would say they've seen this, right? This version of AJ where he's fought somebody who's not a boxer. We've had this before with Ngannou. Then they've had lesser fights, and then obviously Daniel Dubois happened. How does this feel different to you as you're around the camp now?
Do you know what it is? Those cynics, and this is no disrespect, Troy, those cynics and those people that say those sort of things have never really boxed before, and that is the harsh reality of it. You know, boxing's a very difficult sport, physically and mentally. Anthony Joshua, one thing he's never done is shy away from a fight. You know, whoever's been put in front of him, he's took on that challenge. All right, it went wrong against Daniel Dubois, it went wrong against Alexander Usyk, the first fight against Andy Ruiz Jr. as well, but he got back on the saddle. He's all about learning, trying to improve himself, testing himself, challenging himself, and that's what he's doing right now at this stage of his career, and you've got to respect that. You know what this guy has to overcome, and we find him back in the ring only 6 months later, has to be respected.
100%, and I lean with you, but you know, in this game we have to ask the questions that other people are thinking. Just there, as you're with the team, you're talking about being Joel, he's back around now with security, and a lot of the old faces are there. Just how would it feel mentally not having the two lads that he normally has right by his side?
Great question, and the $1 million question as well, isn't it? And I think that's what Anthony Joshua wants to find out as well. And that is what we're doing here. You know, this is bigger than the fight. This is about Anthony Joshua going into the fight and seeing if he can deal with those mental scars. You know, and that is what this is all about. Yes, Tyson Fury fight is looming, but he can't go into that fight not knowing. And that's what he gets to hear. This is what he overcomes going through this fight. So there's a much bigger challenge than Christian Prenga in front of him on Saturday night.
Right, Spence, let's talk about Tyson Fury against Mariusz Wach. I've seen bits and pieces of it on social media. The only thing I've taken from it is that the pants that Tyson Fury was wearing were way too small. Can you add to that? Have you seen any more of the? They were though, weren't they? Can you add to it at all?
Yeah. Well, they weren't my pants. Let me just put that out there, just so you're fully aware of that. Because yeah, they did look quite slightly small. Probably would have fitted me, but yeah. What can I add to that? Look, it was all about. It was just a warm-up fight. You was never going to see Tyson Fury at his best because of the caliber of opponent, and that's what happens. I'm worried that we might not see Anthony Joshua at his best because of the caliber of his opponent. But with Anthony Joshua, I think that, you know, what else he's been through, that may produce a good performance out of him. But for Tyson Fury, I understood that performance. It was all about just getting the rounds in the bank, you know. But you got to look at what he was doing wrong as well. That old feinting that he used to do, like that he was so good at, was sort of predictable. It used to be unpredictable. So you look at that, and Mariusz Wach, you know, Tyson Fury and his team, by the way, you know, they were calling Christian Prenga Christian Pringles. When you look at that performance against Mariusz Wach, well, you got to look at it and say that was Mariusz crap, because that's exactly what it was. I mean, he was an old, slow guy that had won 8 out of his last 10, and boys, let me tell you, he was no more than a human punch bag in there, and that's pretty much where we was at. So I can't read much into Tyson Fury and that performance, but one thing I can guarantee, though, is the Tyson Fury that turns up in November, if the fight is announced, which I'm expecting it to be announced on Saturday night, that Tyson Fury will be a different one to the one we watched last night or tonight.
Hey, Spence, real quick for me, mate. What do you want to see from AJ today? What will be the boxes that you see ticked?
The boxes that would tick it for me with Anthony Joshua is, you know, that Anthony Joshua of old, the one that we used to see, that explosiveness where he's very spiteful, looking to go in there, get the job done. Don't be hesitant. Go in there and take control, take command straight away. This guy is not on your level, and let's see that performance. I don't want to see you go in there trying to work things out, overthinking things, because that's not Anthony Joshua at his best. Anthony Joshua's the guy that fights with his heart on his sleeve, goes in there, explosive, to take the guy out, and that's the guy I want to see on Saturday night.
Spence, I've got to let you go. Before I do, howl it and give me a prediction.
I think Anthony Joshua wins by KO in round number 2.
Oh, wow.
That quick.
Okay. Spence, you look magnificent. I can't keep my eyes off your shoulders. They look amazing.
It must be the lighting, mate. That's
it
all
must
I can
be,
say.
right?
It must be the
be.
lighting.
You
mate.
look really well. Spence, keep up
See you soon, big man.
the first class work for talkSPORT. Enjoy the
Cheers,
fight.
guys.
And we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Spence. There you go. Spence Oliver, one of the best. He's
What a
brilliant.
legend. Lovely man.
That was a look ahead to AJ against Prenger with DAZN. Join DAZN Ultimate for 185 plus fight nights and 12 plus pay-per-views every year, including Joshua Prenger, all included at no extra cost. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Big fight build-up on talkSPORT with DAZN. This Saturday, it's danger before destiny for Anthony Joshua. Joshua versus Prenger, live exclusively on DAZN.
Now, yesterday, when One More Billy came in for the end of show quiz, you were quite critical. You said it was...
It was a terrible quiz yesterday.
Terrible. Well, hopefully that theme will continue, because he'll be in the studio for the end of show quiz after this. If Arsenal,
Chelsea can't win a league.
If Arsenal don't win it, I think Chelsea, with Xabi Alonso,
No.
Chelsea need to be one of the teams dreaming. One of the teams. Look, a front line of Pedro, Esteval, Palmer, Rodgers is capable of scoring enough goals to win a league. If we now bring in Lacroix, bring in John Stones, sign a new goalkeeper, all of a sudden you're looking at a team with one game to play a week. You're looking at a team that could potentially win a league title.
Mate, you're talking guff.
No, that's not. That's
You're not
very
winning-
rational chap.
Rory, you're not winning the league.
We are unlikely to win it, but we are one of the 5 teams that can legitimately be considered capable of winning it.
No, you're not.
We are 100%.
No, you're not.
No, you're just a biased Tottenham fan.
No, you are not in the conversation to win the league.
We are.
You are. Let's get Champions League. That's your aim.
That's the primary aim because Arsenal are going to win the league. What I'm saying is, if Arsenal don't win the league,
Right, you've got Liverpool, Man City.
So just forget Arsenal. Arsenal, it all goes wrong. They shoot themselves in the foot. It goes as wrong as it went for Liverpool. Look, that won't happen. I think Arsenal will win the league. Let's just pretend they don't. Arsenal are not champions. Who are? The answer to that question is
Liverpool,
Manchester United, Manchester City.
No, it's not Man United.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Well, you don't think Man United can win it?
No.
Of course they can.
No, they can't win the league. They can't.
Based
on the fact it's the second season of them, they've now got to deal with Europe. They've got to play, double the amount of games that they played.
Nobody accrued more points than Manchester United after
they
Carrick
played
came in.
40 games.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua is on the road to destiny. But first, there is danger. Prenger, 20 wins, 20 knockouts. And AJ knows, one moment, one mistake, one punch will change history. AJ is back. But there is danger before destiny.
This is Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Troy Deeney alongside me. Before One More Billy comes in and gets verbally attacked, let's get all the very latest from the Commonwealth Games. John Cushing can tell us more. Hi, John.
Hi Andy, first gold medal of the Games and the first gold medal for Team England. They won that in the powerlifting, a bronze as well. But all action this evening on the boxing, the swimming and of course here at the gymnastics, because I can tell you Reuben Ward of Scotland have just been playing the Proclaimers and 500 miles. He leads the men's pommel ahead of Olympic champion from Northern Ireland Rhys McLennan. They are in the final later on in the games. Luke Whitehouse of Team England leads the floor, standing on 14.4. After 2 of the 6 apparatus rotations, there are 5 teams in with a chance for medals, including England and Scotland. Talking of England and Scotland, Duncan Scott and Tom Dean in the men's 200 metres individual medley in the pool at 7:15 this evening, and Lucy Kings-Wheatley of England has just won her boxing women's lightweight bout 5-0 on points. This is the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. Natalie Sawyer is here from 7 and it's live on talkSPORT.
Commonwealth Games update on talkSPORT with the BYD Dolphin Surf, City Smart, Ocean Cool, 100% electric fun.
And from the Commonwealth Games to just common. One more Billy's in the studio. You up, Bill?
Yeah, not bad, you?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not.
There's nothing wrong with that
Not
at
at
all.
all. Proud of it.
I used to be common.
Used to be.
Long time ago.
Yeah, all right.
Just saying, I used to be.
Yeah.
Managed to get rid of all that nastiness. How are you, Bill?
Yeah, great. How are you? All right, Troy?
You got something that no one cares how you are.
All right.
You got a lot to live up to because Troy was not happy with yesterday's
Wasn't
quiz.
he? No, I'm happy.
I like that you put another layer on to try and look bigger.
Yeah, that was it. Also, the office is freezing.
The office is cold.
Yeah.
I was going to go hoodie.
Well, why all the beers warm then?
The fridge don't work.
Yeah. That's why Billy's been standing in it for 20 minutes trying to keep warm. Right, what are we doing, Bill?
We've got a bit of Troy or false.
What?
Troy or false.
What do you mean Troy or... You mean true or false?
Troy or false. True or false.
Oh, because Troy's here. You've turned it into Troy.
Yeah, it's true or false. I've got some facts for you.
Right. And what do we have to do?
All of them are unbelievable. Some of them are Troy. Some of them are false. You just
Right.
have to tell me whether they're Troy or false.
Okay, Troy or false. I quite like that.
But you have to say Troy, not true.
Right,
Just
yeah.
say,
Okay,
I think that's Troy.
Okay.
Okay.
We understood the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, do you want to go first, or would you like?
I'd like Troy. That's Troy to go first.
Okay, yeah. Troy, you ready?
Yeah.
True or false? The total weight of all the ants on Earth
Amazing question.
is estimated to be roughly equal to all the humans on Earth.
That's an unbelievable question.
True or false?
That's an unbelievable question.
False is correct.
Well done.
Humans, 332 billion kg. Ants, 40 billion kg.
40 billion kg?
Yeah.
A lot of ants.
There's a lot of ants.
There's a lot knocking about. Andy, true or false? The oldest ever
So
gold.
There's a lot knocking about.
The oldest ever goldfish lived to 43 years old.
I know how your brain works. So you've gone false for the first, so you will automatically flip it to Troy. True, Troy.
Yeah, it's Troy, yeah.
You did this the other day. You got him. You are terrible.
So predictable.
Tish the goldfish lived from 1956 to 1999.
I remember it, yeah.
How do we know?
Stayed in the bag the whole life.
Yeah, might have been different.
Cut me in half, he's got one of them rings.
Troy, when you shuffle a standard 52 deck of cards,
Yeah.
the resulting order has never existed before in any point in human history.
No, I know this for a fact. I know the answer to this question.
You said this last time.
No, I do.
So when you shuffle,
Yeah.
And you lay them all out. That's the first time that's ever happened in that order.
Statistically.
false.
No, it's true.
It's Troy.
That is an unbelievable Troy fact. That's mind-blowing, isn't it? You shuffle the back cards, you put them out. No one's ever done that shuffle before.
No one can check that, though, can they?
No, they can't check it, Bill. It's to do with probability.
Oh, yeah.
It's 52 times 51 times 50 times 50, and carry on with that.
Till when?
To get to 0.
All right. Andy, Zinedine Zidane was never caught offside in his career.
That's unbelievable. What was the last one? True. You're going to put two trues together. True.
You going Troy?
Yeah, Troy.
That one's actually false.
Oh, is it?
He went.
It's a bit of a
two Troys before.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a myth on the internet. That one goes round.
Okay.
So people think it's Troy.
So
but
it was caught offside.
Yeah, a few times.
All right, we've got a minute left, Bill, and that is Troy.
Troy, the world record for a single person being struck by lightning is 7 times.
I know this for a fact.
And they survived.
I know the answer to that.
One person got hit by lightning 7 times.
Well,
and
maybe,
survived.
or maybe not.
Yeah, Troy or false?
I'll go Troy on that.
It is Troy.
It is Troy.
Yeah, a fella died in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I think he was also involved in car crashes, wasn't he?
Yeah. So between 1942 and 1977, struck by lightning 7 times.
Yeah.
He was a park ranger, so he was outside a lot.
Yeah.
So, makes sense.
They say lightning never strikes twice in the same place. That proves that theory wrong.
Andy, it would take Elon Musk 3,000 years to spend his 1.1 trillion fortune if he spent $1 million every day.
How much a day?
1 million a day.
How many years?
It'll take him 3,000 years.
Troy.
That is Troy.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
That's
You can
ridiculous.
spend $1 million a day.
Yeah.
That long.
What are you spending it on, though? That's Bruce's millions, isn't it?
Mm.
Stamps. You got one more?
Yeah. Do you both want one?
Yeah, we'd love one. Last one.
Some energy would be lovely, by the way.
The world record for
Don't push it.
sorry, the shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes.
I know the answer to this.
Go on then.
That is 100% true.
You going Troy?
Yeah.
I'll go false.
No, it's definitely true. I've read about it.
It's Troy.
I've seen it on DVD.
38 minutes.
The Anglo-Zanzibar War in 1896.
Yeah.
They couldn't be bothered in the end.
Couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
They went, Charles, can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Let's have a drink.
Which is
And
good.
rightly so.
Yeah, which is good.
You
Billy-
watch the DVD on it.
Yeah. Extras an hour long. Billy, your work is done here.
Oh, that's good.
I use work very loosely. That
Yeah.
term. But get out the studio.
All right.
Me and Troy are getting out, and we will both be back for breakfast next week.
Yeah, and make sure
Oh.
you stay on because the Commonwealth is on, and if you need to get the kids to bed,
Yeah.
tidy it up.
Okay.
Tidy it up a bit more.
Before, bit nasty. Before we go, AJ prediction. We'll come back to this Monday morning.
Done in 3 rounds.
He'll win in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
7. I reckon it's a tough fight for him.
Okay.
Could lose it. You never know. He won't lose it. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend. Me and he are doing breakfast on Monday, so come join us for that. In the meantime, stay where you are. Natalie Sawyer and Greg Rutherford are up next with Commonwealth Games Chat. In the meantime, be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Put a glass eye to sleep, that.
I think that was the key with Mateus Fernandes as well. They walked away from that deal, obviously went to Tottenham for 85 million, A, because they thought the price was a bit excessive, but B, they never really got the impression the player was fully invested in the project. And I think they only want people who want to play for Manchester United. You look at Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbumo last summer, they had offers from elsewhere, could have been playing Champions League football. They both made it abundantly clear from the start they wanted this move to Old Trafford, and that's the type of character you want in the dressing room.
Absolutely. Here's a dilemma for you. Would you sell? Bear in mind, they need some money. They need money.